No, so the ride home, we were talking, I was just like, so you fuck with Chipotle, like Chick-fil-A? And she was like, no. And I was like, why not? It's because they're not open on Sundays. She was like, just give a good guess. I was like, oh, so they're like hardcore against like gay people and stuff. And she was just like, yeah. I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I know a lot of gay people who love Chick-fil-A. And they got a fucking bomb-ass chicken sandwich, so I can't hate on them.
Absolutely not.
And she was also like, also, I'm pansexual. I was like, so you be fucking pants and shit. And then that killed.
Pansexual where you're like into every gender. Like it doesn't matter if you're transsexual, doesn't matter if you're
there's weird distinctions between the two. Like it's you could say that about bi as well. Like
it's all
like
just I think
the difference I think the difference is that like bi is like a physical thing and pan is like a personality thing. So like people that are bisexual are attracted to multiple different types of people. Or as to where people who are pansexual are attracted to different types of people for like their personality sets and they get sexually activated by that. I think that's the difference. Otherwise, they just kind of seem like the same thing.
To me, if you really look at it, the whole LGBT community thing is just it's just gay.
Yeah, like, I saw that meme too.
Yeah, it's just gay.
I saw that meme too.
It's just a little gay, but
different versions of gay.
People say pansexual and they're like, I can fall in love with anything. I was like, so you can fuck a dog?
That happens.
We can start the episode when he was telling that story because I want to prove the point I was making earlier. Do you see what I'm saying, though? I've noticed something about you, and it's my new least favorite thing about you.
What I do?
Nice. What a piece of shit
you are. A treasure trove of just chaotic stories, right? Like you are a magnet for nonsense, and I love that about you. But the problem is that you're fucking dog shit at telling stories. So like every time I'm trying to listen to your story, I only get like 30% as what I should be getting for how excited I am for whatever the outcome was. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I wish this story was better.
I did that
Dude, the fight with his dad's birthday, he left out so much shit with that fight. That's why I was like, why didn't you just tell the whole fucking story with that?
So he went out last weekend and I was trying to ask him about how it went and all this other stuff. He just kept saying stuff, but absolutely would not tell me about the fucking night at all. I'm like, brother, I am trying to get an idea of how your night went and you just fucking refuse to tell me anything other than, I don't know, man.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was chill.
So whatever, dude.
Cool time.
It was like, like, what the fuck is it? Where was it? All right,
well, while you find that, I'm going to intro this episode.
All right.
Boys, we're rolling.
That was so soft and sweet.
That was beautiful.
Shut up, Cody. Welcome back to MillSuck Podcast, MillSuckPodcast.com, live from the Bump Yard. Shout out to Foreman Creative. Shout out to Blue Chew, tentatively. And shout out to Ruthless Reaper, Hell is Real. We are here with Cody Sams and Brendyn Moxley. I forgot what you were looking up.
That conversation where I wasn't telling you the whole story, but go on.
Oh, yeah. You mean when you didn't tell me any of the story? That part where you told me two things that weren't really part of a story?
Hold on. I'm still going through. You guys keep talking about stuff.
Okay. Cody, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, man. How about you doing?
You know, I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I know, right?
How about you doing?
How about you doing, brother?
It's that stutter. That hard stutter.
That hard stutter, dude.
Makes me want to kill myself all the time.
In a very boring way. Cody, you do a lot of different shit. Well, you dabble in a lot of different shit. Let's see. Stand up, which you've done how many mics now?
One.
Just the one? I thought you did another one the other night.
No, we went the other night. It's every time I go, I always get in that mode where I'm just like, I'm gonna get back up there again. Like it was so much fun and stuff like that kind of thing. And then just to me, like, so with me, because I have such a problem with dabbling and just getting excited about everything, which I'm pretty sure is my ADHD, where I think I'm just good at everything I fucking do. But like I get in those states and those modes. Where
I dapped
like,
you up too early. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought you'd just be like, I get into this mode where I have to do everything. I'm like, ADHD, same. And you're like, well, I just think I'm good at it. And I'm like, oh, no, different problem.
No. I mean, like, to me, if you're gonna try it, then you have to think that you're gonna be good at it, or else you're just gonna fucking bump. Well, you could kill it at the same time and not think you're good. 100%, I agree. But if you got that mindset where you're like, I'm gonna kill it when I go up there. And then you do, it's an even better feeling. But when you bomb and you do some dumb shit where you look like an idiot, it's your kind of wake-up call.
There's an argument to be made both for and against the fact that, like, if you feel like you're going to fail, right, you might set yourself up for failure. Same if you feel like you're going to succeed, you might set yourself up for success. However, as far as like for like creative endeavors, like stand up, for example, you could make the argument that hating yourself is a far better motivator than feeling yourself. Because you'll get a lot lazier if you don't feel like everything you're doing is shit. Like you'll just write something down and be like, that's fucking fire, I'm running it.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm in the back like, that doesn't connect to this right, and it doesn't sound right when it comes back around here, so that's not going to work, and I have to do all this other extra shit. So the argument could be made for both mentalities as far as which one is better for creative endeavors.
So my friends don't even know, like 99% of the time, but I pitch out so many bits, like while I'm just talking or I'm like just riffing and shit like that, and like things I've written down or done stuff, and then I'll just be talking conversation, throw it in there, and then I'll go off the reaction and stuff like that, and they don't even know. And then later that night, I'll be like, well, that joke fucking bombed. Like I look like an idiot in front of everybody and shit like that. And that's the stuff that I'll do. Like, I mean, I have so many just written down for no fucking reason at all.
See, I'm different in that I just turn every situation that I'm in life into a bit and then make a story out of it later. Like we were at work. This is so dumb, but it was so funny. We were at work the other day and this dude got out of his truck and he was fine. Like there was nothing wrong with the dude. And he's one of those guys who's like generally like a cheery dude. But me and my buddy Daniel were sitting in the back of the shop and he got out of his truck and we were like, hey man, did you have a bad day? And he was like, nah, it was fine. Dan goes, you can talk to us, man. Did you have a bad day? You look like you had a bad day. And then for like 2 days, we were just like, hey, man, if you need to talk about your bad day, we're here for you. And then the next day, we were like, hey, man, I hope you have a better day than yesterday.
I'm having a great fucking day, dude.
Just little shit like that will make my fucking day.
He's going home just thinking his whole life. He's like, is it my face? What the fuck?
The next day, we had somebody else go, hey, man, I hope your day's better than yesterday. He goes, why does everybody keep fucking thinking I had a bad day yesterday?
Some seeds, some little seeds,
snaps,
dude. Keep it in there.
Hilarious. I also convinced another dude that I work with a couple years ago that I thought space was fake.
I would kill myself if someone told me that.
Mm-hmm.
That whole conversation, I'd be like,
it gets better when you
right
figure
away.
out that the same person I convinced of that I believe that, believes that we are descendants of aliens. So I was like questioning his entire existence.
I still do. I think that, I still think that there could be a chance.
Go.
I absolutely do. What is that? Spermia?
Panspermia.
Panspermia.
You were super close.
You
you almost sounded like you knew what you were talking about.
But yeah, I think that that's absolutely a possibility. I mean, why couldn't it be?
I don't think that like okay, so he doesn't believe that panspermia is how we got here. Panspermia is actually a relatively accepted theory.
What the name is
for like how life started here. No. You know, like all those like batshit crazy conspiracy theories around like the Sumerian religion. What'd you say?
I said nut. Oh, I didn't think
The
it was
Anunnaki.
gonna be
The Anunnaki and
Yeah.
stuff like that. He believes a version of that. Like he's on that like that Hitchcock train. Like,
But if you literally look into that, was that? It's Billy something. Like, and he talks about like all the Anunnaki stuff, and like he goes through it.
about
And
the black dude?
yeah,
I know you're talking about. He's also
is it Billy Corbin or Billy something?
it's Billy some shit. But I will tell you, I heard him on a podcast, and I got really interested in it because I like crazy shit.
Absolutely.
And then I went and just looked up the religion around the Anunnaki. And the problem with the theories that he puts out is that he just ignores the entire rest of the Sumerian mythos to make everything work in terms of the Anunnaki.
That's how they get me.
And it's just like if you like when you listen to him talk about it, you think that the whole Sumerian religion is just set up around this group of gods and all this and that, and it isn't. Like he tried to tell Joe Rogan that he believes that we're mining gold for them, and that's why in the middle of human history we were all like, ooh, jewelry.
Where they rewrote our DNA.
Yeah, and it's like it's based on the creation myth in Sumerian culture, which is where the Anunnaki and another group of gods, because there's like 4 different groups of gods, were fighting over the amount of chores that had to be done basically to sustain the gods. So they created people to do the farming and all that shit.
I'm still waiting to see it.
Ignores all of that to just be like, nah, they had staff weapons and shit. And it was just like, nah, man.
I'm still waiting to meet a flat earther. I know they're out there, but I just want to, just beat the fuck out of one.
Are you a hollow earther?
No, that's Brendyn, but I like the idea. Brendyn for sure believes that. I like the idea that like there could be something in some pockets.
Why do you believe in hollow earth?
It's dude. If you don't believe in every conspiracy, you're an idiot. Dude, one of them are right. One of them are right. I don't care.
So you believe in all of them just in case one of them's correct?
Just in ccase.
That we can just be like, called it. No.
Are you the same person who's like dinosaurs aren't real?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We talked about
You're fucking walking home, big dog. No.
He also said he wasn't sure about aliens.
Why?
What do you mean? Did I say I wasn't sure about aliens?
Same podcast. You said you weren't sure about aliens, and for a little while you didn't believe in dinosaurs.
To believe that you're alone out here is insane to me. They don't have to be up walking and be like us, but just to believe there's not some kind of life form on some planet is insane to me.
Ever since that congressional hearing about Immaculate Constellation and all that shit, I am full send on the alien conspiracies.
I do not know what you're talking about. And I would love to know.
Dylan, take it away.
Nobody apparently was really paying attention to this. Like they did it a week after the election. But yeah, there was a congressional hearing on UAPs. And do you remember last year when the dude sat in front of Congress and talked about like how the government has, extraterrestrial vehicles and all that shit? Yeah. Well, they had another one of those, and the panel of people that they were talking to was like, you want to talk about merit, dude? We're talking like
Wesley.
A Navy a Navy admiral. I think he was a 2-star admiral in the Navy. One of the dudes that used to be the head of the Department of Defense. One of the guys that was in charge at NASA. Like these super high ranking dudes having this whole, like, sitting in front of Congress and being like, no, dude, the government has and knows about this shit and they're not talking about it. And we're kind of done with them doing that because we should be telling people this shit's happening. Yeah. Because basically they have a shitload of footage of non-human vehicles just like checking out super sensitive military installations.
It's the military videos that are alone for me at this point. Yeah. Like before it was all those stupid flip phone resolution shit. You couldn't tell and you were like, maybe. But to have like where they're on their fucking radar and everything else and stuff like that. Like and fighter pilots talking about it, high-end fighter pilots talking about it, and talking about like the repercussions they would get if they come out and stuff like that. And every now and then those whistleblowers come out and like they just make fun of them or they talk shit about them to make sure that they're not credited. And like that Commander Fravor Davis, that's like that to me is one of my favorites of all time because it's so clear and it's so clear and he's not worried about it. Where he's like because he knows that these are like a thing that comes around, but like keeping his story as well as he did, being a highest credential as he has, and then for people to still reject the idea that something is here or something that's out there or visits, it's just wild to me.
That's how I felt about Bob Lazar. I was like, you got this dude who has literally all of the criteria you need to be like a reliable witness for something. And then he comes out and they do a documentary and everybody's like, he's fucking lying. No, and then again, the dude he was talking about last year, what was his name? Sitting in front of Congress. What was his name?
David Grush, something like that.
Something like that. But basically comes out and just basically says everything that Bob Lazar said was true. That was his whole congressional testimony was just the shit that Bob Lazar has been saying since 1986.
And well, then he's been so consistent. The thing is like they talked about like when he like back in the 80s when he was going through all this stuff, like the things that he said, everyone was like, that's so far-fetched, there's no way. And then as the years come out, the patents have also came out. And everything that he's ever said that like how things were, the fingerprint scanners and everything else, back before it was just all science fiction, you know what I mean? All the patents laid out in detail is exactly how he's been telling the story for the past 40 years and never has made a mistake, never has said a different story. Was that I don't know if you know, but during that whole period of time, he was taking people out there because he'd be like, you're going to see this at this exact time, at this exact place. He would take a group of people out there and it would happen every single week for weeks on end. And he would do that and still call him a kook. And they're like, that guy's just lying. And that's wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely like some merit to not believing an eyewitness testimony to certain things for just a plethora of reasons. But like when someone is that consistent, like when you look at how lies work and how like memories work, they typically change over time.
They fade.
Like every lie will sound different every time it's told. Every memory will sound different every time it's recalled. Kind of the same relationship. And dude has just been on point every time for the last, like you said, like 40 fucking years. And it's just kind of like, at what point do we just go, nah, he was telling the truth?
What do you give him the credit that he actually deserves?
When aliens touch down, we'll all finally go, oh, Lazar was right.
I still don't understand why people are like, we can't handle it. It's like, well, we can handle tyranny from you guys, so I'm sure that we can see a little visit every now and then.
Most people don't really understand what tyranny is, and so therefore they don't really recognize it. So when you tell people that they're like, oh, you like we can handle the tyranny you're under, it's like, well, we're really not under as much tyranny. We are under a level of tyranny that's concerning, but not nearly as much as people that like truly suffer under tyranny are. And that's how you keep people complacent with fiscal tyranny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just a thin curtain.
Let them have a couple of nice things, but keep them working until they die.
Devin, they told us that my
Till they
retirement
dead
age is like
themselves.
72. I was like, awesome, not making it for sure.
They dead today.
I'm lucky if I see 58 with my body. Like, I would love to see 58.
You can fight Jake Paul at 58.
No, I could fuck him up at 58.
68.
No, it'd be like Tyson, but worse. That was still so fucking disappointing. What a disappointing fight that was to see.
Well, there's a better one tonight. So
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It better
I'm
be good.
Stoked on that one.
So you guys started a music project recently.
We have
Let's talk about that.
bare bones, but exciting. Yeah, we got a project with me, Brendyn, and Cody Hartley from Bravelake and stuff like that. It's going to be
Nice. I'm also in Bravelake, so
no great band, awesome band.
So you're in it.
I'll give them a free plug. Amazing band. But yeah, it's
hashtag in Bravelake.
we're calling ourselves Apache. and-
Apache,
Apache,
like the native, or
however you want to interpret it.
Okay.
Interpretate, dude. Hell yeah.
Sorting it
You're
up.
so sick at talking, dude.
But yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's going to be more of a hardcore style for sure. A little bit of deathcore tones in it.
What are you doing in the band?
Vocal.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely love it. I'm super excited. Cody is an amazing artist. So the instrumentals he lays down, and then you also got Brendyn, who's a fucking killer when it comes to techniques, and just ideas. It's just going to be an amazing. It's going to be an
You guys
amazing
doing
project.
a 2 vocalist setup, or are you playing guitar?
I'm playing. I think I'm pretty sure I play bass or guitar.
So
Just in the writing aspect.
Is it going to be weird for you not being in the vocalist spot for the first time in like 1,000 years?
No, I'm gonna love it.
dude, he's been talking about it for months. He's like, if there's ever another band, I'm playing bass.
I'm done doing this frontman shit.
I want the least responsibility ever, but my rig's gonna make the complete difference of like live, and that's it.
I'm just super excited for you for you to be the first bassist that gets a band canceled.
It'll be me. No, I'll get the band canceled. I'll say some dumb shit, and I'll be like, no, I mean it.
That wasn't a joke. I was being serious.
No,
I'm
10
sorry.
toes down. I'm fucking doubling down on this shit.
But yeah, it's super bare bones right now. We just got a couple tracks that we're working on, and just kind of taking time. Obviously, with Cody, and it's not their main priority. 100% understand. Bravelake is, and it's their baby. But this is kind of mine. So we're just kind of doing it as we can with time, putting everyone's got jobs, kids, a life, and stuff like that. So it's just doing what we can when we can.
So are you guys just in like the jam phase? Are you writing?
It's I'm writing lyrics. They got some instrumentals that we're still working on and stuff like that. I think we got 3 that we started, and just the need
Is this your first endeavor as a lyricist?
for me. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. The only
You're
other.
gonna suck for a little while, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So, but then again, at the same time, like I know, like so for me, I'm pretty good with my vocals as far as like I have a really good bass going on. You know what I mean? Like I have a really good bass tone. I put the work in, I put the time and effort in. Writing and delivery is going to be obviously my biggest feat because I that takes time and experience. But having Cody and Brendyn there, it's going to make all the difference.
It definitely helps that like you have 2 people who are experienced in what you're doing, like helping guide you through your first experience.
And you couldn't pick 2 better guys.
You know what I mean? If you had started when you were like 17, like most people do, you'd have been just as lost as everybody else was. You have people now that can help you and guide
Absolutely.
you.
And you
like
could
that.
definitely pick 2 people that are better for your health. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
To be a
100%.
better musician, like you'd be hard pressed. But like better for you as an individual,
Yeah,
you're
dude,
bottom
I
of
mean,
the barrel right now.
And growing,
You are surrounded you are surrounded by some pieces of shit. But musically speaking,
Actually,
share it with Cody.
drink it. Keep drinking. Keep going. I know your throat hurts. Keep going.
But yeah, it's super cool. Just obviously, so growing up, obviously, me and Brendyn grew up together in school, so I got to see all
His
their
wiener?
band. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. I don't
Okay.
know if you got pictures, but
I love it.
Frame
It's
it.
beautiful.
Frame it. Frame that bitch. But
Frame his dick or the picture of his dick?
both.
All right.
No, unique. But yeah, but seeing them grow, I mean, I got to see since I've been around Brendyn so
Seeing it
long.
grow?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But so like
You're fucking up this moment.
going up and going through everything, stuff like that. I got to see them make their mistakes. I got to see them do their faults, and I also got to see them to be where they are now and how good they are. I mean, there's not one song that comes out from Bravelake that isn't, somewhat a good jam. You know what I mean? And melodies, of course, and chorus, everything. Yeah, it's so beautiful and perfect the way they do things. Just an unrecognized band, but because of that, I have so much that I can build myself off of. Because like I said, Brendyn, a phenomenal vocalist. So it's just going to be constant push to me. Make
Sure,
sure
you
I'm
could definitely
better than
build
him.
a career off of the backs of their work.
That's the goal. That is the goal. 100%.
Go ahead, piggyback, big dog.
Yeah, man.
Every time Bravelake shows,
just as soon as Bravelake starts to you could just take a step out of that shadow and be like, I'm here too.
yeah, just tag me in every post you guys do.
That's why I'm just constantly like in Bravelake on all their posts. It's like if I keep making myself a part of it, eventually I become a bit for the entire band, and then I just piggyback off of
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Bro,
if we were to blow
you
up-
keep the hashtag in Bravelake, I'll start hashtag in Apache, and whichever one blows up, we're in.
Yeah, you guys are. I mean, solid plan, honestly.
Also,
So-
can we just applaud that high five real quick? 'Cause
That
that
was
was
good.
such a good
That was
one.
great.
Did you read the text I sent you?
Did you send me a text?
I'm sorry to both of you.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude.
I'm gonna hold strong.
How many beers do you have on the way here?
Dude, if it's the fucking pee thing, he's the worst etiquette at that shit. Dude,
Dying.
the prostate thing with him is a problem. It's got to get it checked out. Pissed like 15 times in
it's-
an hour and a half period.
The thing is that you would think with a second person here, it would be less frustrating because of the fact that, we could just talk to you while he goes and pee.
Yeah.
No, I'm freaking out that he's there.
But the problem
I'm not
is,
there.
the problem is that he told you to sit there. And then you sat there, and now in order for him to go to the bathroom, you have to get up, and we have to fuck this whole thing up so that Moxley can go be a child for 8
Nah,
minutes.
Could
crawl
just
under the
tell him
table.
no. You know what I mean? Just tell him no.
I will.
You won't do it.
No, okay,
actually
no,
don't.
no.
Actually don't. There's a lot of cords over there, and if Dylan has to fuck with those cameras again, he might put you in the ground.
I know how important cords are to certain fucking microphones and
No,
shit.
you don't understand. Dylan and these cameras have had a very hateful relationship lately, and if you fuck those what they're doing right now up, he might actually kill you.
No, I understand. We had a show and I rolled a fucking peg over a mic cord in front of a sound guy, and he almost fucking killed me. And I was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't buy this cord. I was drunk."
My favorite.
Oh, shocker!
I know.
My favorite thing
thought?
show they ever done is then they told Brendyn told the sound guy to turn him up or to turn somebody up, and the guy just looked at him and said no. And that was my favorite fucking thing of all time.
That would have pissed me off.
I don't know
so
what show
much.
it was. I don't know who it was or what it was, but the guy who just sat there and looked at him was like, no.
Hey, turn the guitars up. I can't hear him in the monitors. No! Struggle!
Dude, being a sound guy would be wild.
Dude, you'd have so much power.
Oh yeah, and just be like, you suck.
Yeah.
Fucking down.
The problem with sound guys, like at least locally, is that like because at least in Cincinnati.
It's just Dave from their backyard. Like I know a guy, and that's their sound dude.
Well, no, it's just like everything is so like niche-y and clicky, right? Musically in Cincinnati, that like every sound guy is like super decent, at least in one lane of music. But then when a band who's a little bit different comes up, they have no idea how to mix their shit. Like when Twick would play with just like the like just like really heavy metalcore bands, they would have no idea what to do with the backing tracks. They'd be like,
I just learned something new. I've never heard of whisper screaming. I thought that's a real thing that people do. And then sound guys, hey, I had no idea that they're just fucking turning them up and whispering the whole time in a mic. I had no idea about that. And I was like, that's fucking cheating. Like, that's cheating. I put so much work in to find that out.
That's that thing you do on the school bus when you first find metal. You're just like, I love this shit.
Dude, they were
And
talking.
it always sounds good when you do it like that. Whisper screaming is not screaming. It's just
It's actually worse for your vocal cords too.
No, that's, I had seen that. I'm
Yin
learning
Yang
something new.
twins.
Didn't know that. No.
they would have been great at whispercore.
Dude, I found that out and I was like, all this time, man, I could have cheated this whole time. I just could have been whispering. What
Yeah,
a
you
fucking
can cheat and
technique.
just do inhales the whole time.
I do
I
dog
can't
shit.
do inhales.
Yeah, I do my.
It just, I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of inhales. It's like counterintuitive to what vocalization is.
It's fucking talent.
It is.
That's a talent, dude.
If you can make an inhale sound good, like I was talking about, like outside, we were talking about Will Ramos and stuff like that. Like when you add the technical factor of like placing that inhale, and it's not because of the sound, but it's because of what you're about to do next and gearing yourself up for it. That is so fluid and astonishing to me because, like, I mean, I've heard some dumbass people do some inhales the whole song, and it sounds like dog shit.
All
But
of
if you-
Andy Biersock's screams used to be inhales. I don't even know if he does them anymore.
I'm pretty sure Knives
Are you
the
sure?
Pin.
Brother.
Hold on.
Can we play Black Veil Brides on Spotify? I don't think we can.
I'm pissing.
But anyway, I'm not going to risk it. Anyway, the fact is that, yes, like for like the first 2 albums of Black Veil Brides, if you listen to his screams, they're all internal.
Knives and Pins. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's just, yeah.
No comment about Blackfield Brides. Can't believe you guys actually know some songs by them, but still.
Oh, we can talk about Black Veil Brides. Go ahead. I'm from Cincinnati.
Damn it. God. Oh, wait, he is from Cincy, isn't he?
From the east side, yeah.
Damn it. That's why I know I shouldn't have moved to Cincy.
You can't move to Cincy because all the girls you go on dates with stop talking to you. That was mean. That was a little bit too mean.
Just honest.
I mean, it has.
If it was a lie, it's mean.
It does continue to happen.
If it's a lie, it's mean.
So for the listeners, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I mildly started learning how to scream recently. Cody is the person I was referring to as my scream coach.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it down.
Eventually, when my own issues stop getting in the way and I can actually try.
Dude, I think like I said, when I talked to you on the phone and stuff like that, if you take the time in your car and you get that bass down, you just get that initial.
You told me not to do it sitting down.
Well, no, I don't get used to sitting it down. That's why I fucked up. I fucked up bad. When I was learning screams, all I did was do it in my car. I never took the time to stand up and do it in my house. And then I went and tried to record at my buddy's
house. You were
house.
trying to do that plot and you cover?
Yep. Yeah, I went and I stood up and I fucking.
You guys got a chair I can use?
Dude, I was literally, I was like, why can't I get it out? And then I realized, like, when you're screaming standing up, the muscles are completely different and everything else. Get out of here.
We're cucking Moxley now.
It's the baldness.
It's a podcast for me. It's a cut cast now.
Your head's reflecting the light, so you can't sit back down.
Well, that's going to be super helpful with the fact that you have an entire camera on you the whole time you were doing that.
Shut up.
But, yeah, so like
This fucking guy.
Just over here doing
But
me.
you were saying.
yeah, is it like I got so used to I had no one there to show me. So that's my thing is like everything I ever did was trial and error. It was just I want to learn it, so I'm going to do what I can because like I asked Brendyn for help and stuff like that. And in his case, he just did it. He didn't know how he did it. He just knew he did it. So he couldn't teach you how to do it. So I had to fuck up a lot to find out my actual place and then get good again. But when I ended up getting an amp. So like my usually daily routine, I'll practice about 2 hours a day while I'm at work and everything else. And then I'll practice about an hour at home standing and putting on a show pretty much with my amp and mic and everything else and stuff like that. So that I don't just carry it while hunched over.
When you do your vocal rehearsals, are you also doing like stage performance rehearsals?
I just started doing that with more in the last couple of months.
Feels weird, don't it? When you first start doing it, you just feel so fucking corny.
Yeah, well,
but you got to do it. Otherwise, you suck on stage.
Yeah, and I literally told Brendyn, I had a conversation last weekend with Brendyn where we were talking, and I was like, I never did it, and I never got into it like I did just because I never thought I could be in that spot. You know what I mean? I never took the time to put myself there. It was just always a fantasy or a dream. And then I put the time in, and I was like, all right, I'm fucking good. You know, Brendyn everyone else tells you that you're good and stuff like that. You start doing your stuff, you start getting a project, and you're like, if I get on stage and I just sit there like a stiff board, I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot. I'd rather look like an idiot moving around than sitting there just stand still.
It also, like, over time, you'll start to, like, come into your own style performatively. You know what I mean? But at first, it's just kind of like it all is forced at first.
Young
and it
Mosh-
all feels fucking, like stiff. It all feels corny. And then eventually you just kind of settle in to your performative style. And then you start adding things and then taking away things that are just extra. And then it just becomes more natural every time. But it does take a while to get there.
Watching Young Mosh and Bravelake, you know, it's both guys, obviously Brendyn and him, great stage performance. So
one of them is significantly more talented than the other, but I won't say which is which.
One, I'll tell you. I'll let you know.
I know what you're talking about. It's definitely me.
But, you know.
My new plan, I think, is to just like subtly pit you and Wesley against each other just because of how much you guys want to be each other's best friend. I was like, I feel like if I just get in the middle of this budding relationship and just kind of make it more competitive than it needs to be, I can really start turning some wrenches in this bitch.
There's no competition whatsoever. I just talk shit because I want to. It's more of me wanting to be around him more.
I get that. That's why you should move to Cincy.
Cody would.
You guys can drop hard R N-words on each other all day.
Really?
I'm in. No. Cody's in. He was like, I'm gonna say Guinea so much on this podcast.
Yeah.
Guinea?
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm Italian. Just let everybody know.
You're American.
I'm Italian. So anyways,
You're
but
American.
I got called a guinea at work because I didn't even know the slang term yet. And I was like, what am I?
Was the person who called you that 100 years old? Because
Dude,
that's a very
fucking
old insult.
old-
Would he call you next a wop?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like shit like that. But I just
crazy.
expect it. But yeah, that he was in the
Kendrick called Drake a wop and nobody caught it.
I don't even know why I called him that.
I heard Crody.
Well, wop is
Wet ass
without
pussy?
no, it's yeah, but it stands. It was an acronym for like illegal Italian immigrants, and it was like without papers.
Also, Dago.
So in that song, Not Like Us, when he goes wop wop wop, that's what he's saying. He's
No
like
shit.
he's like, you're an undocumented immigrant, you piece of shit.
I literally was working. I'm a diesel mechanic, and so obviously I work in a shop with a bunch of older guys and stuff like that. It happens. They're all stuck in their ways, but
Dude, in the trucking industry is full of it.
well, yeah. So I'm over there
Construction.
working, and I mentioned someone. I was talking about like food or whatever, and I was like, I'm Italian. He's like, you're Italian? I was like, I'm Sicilian. He's like, you fucking Guinea. I was like, what? He's like, I was like, you fucking Guinea, and I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be upset. So I went and Googled it, and I'm like, you bitch.
How dare you disrespect my people?
Which what a weird, wild thing about Sicilians and Italians, they're racist as shit. Do you know what the word Guinea refers to? It's being called black. Italians hated black people so much that they got upset when someone even referred to them as being black.
I never fact checked this.
I was like,
Google it.
Google it right now.
Fact check him. Why is Guinea
Do it.
offensive?
Yep,
I
look
can
it up.
also-
It's referring, yeah. And it's just wild to me. I was like,
No,
that's
not
crazy.
Spotify.
My mom will call me a little Dago all the time. And I'm just like, why do you do that to me?
Hey guys, how do you spell Guinea?
Like guinea pig. Exact same thing as guinea pig.
Guinea.
That?
Yep. Almost as like Guinea.
Guinness.
All right, let's see if Google will give me the answer.
That's the same exact fucking page it pulled up.
Yeah, that's how Google works.
Yeah, it says Italians called blacks guineas for historico-geographical reasons. I've never seen that word before.
Well, they say that Sicilians are the product of Italians and black people mating, and then that's what made Sicilians. And then they didn't like that.
Technically, Sicilians can say the N-word,
okay.
but they can't because they're offended by being called black.
Yep.
Okay, so
How dare you?
so it's offensive because it likens, like you were saying,
Yeah.
it likens darker complected Italians to people from.
It's like darky.
It's literally, it's
That's
literally
pretty
the-
fucking crazy. That's you know how racist the world has to be against one group of people. That the most racist thing you could say about another group of people is to like call them racist towards those other group of people. That's fucking crazy,
Dude, that's why I'm saying that, but it's so hilarious to me. They're like, what the fuck you call me? I ain't shit. I'm so much better than them people. Like, that's literally, it's the definition of that word. It's wild to me.
I just found out that the word chud is like a very specific like term, and I've been just using it derogatory for like 2 years now.
What the fuck is chud?
So it has like 4 different meanings, but like
Using it.
like the actual like word chud was like used to describe like a regionally like a people in like a part of like Estonia and like another area over
Eastern
there.
European.
Yeah, basically like a very specific region in Eastern Europe. And I've just been using it to describe like just idiots on the internet. Like this fucking chud here. And we looked it up and I was like, oh, I've created a racial slur.
I use it a lot.
But now it means, what was it? Cannibal, humanoid.
Underground dwellers.
Yeah, underground dweller.
Oh, I'm going to use it all the time to my
You said
boss.
Estonia. I'm thinking of what the fuck's the fucking guy who hunts monsters? I think I'm
Van Helsing?
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
You said Chud, and then you said Estonia, and I was like Van Helsing.
Every time I think of Estonia, I think of that Ari guy from Kill Tony.
This dude, amazing. He's so fucking funny, dude. God damn. Get him his papers.
He said, you fuck them, I'll make them breakfast.
Give me some of that purple bacon. Fucking love that guy, dude.
Moxley,
Yeah.
can we talk about something?
Is this the time?
You're right. Good point.
It's the time.
No. Is this the moment? Yeah.
It
go
is
for
now, whether it was or not.
It's it. It's up. It's
Go
in the
for
air
it.
now.
Hey, I'm on the podcast this time. Are you gonna make the am I gonna be in the teaser? You fucking piece of shit.
What?
Let's hear it.
I'm trying to get views.
I was on the one with me on it. It was just you two, and that's the teaser. And I was just like, and it was just, yeah, like it didn't pan to me
Do
whatsoever.
you consider that maybe that's your fault for not being more entertaining throughout the episode to give us a
Tried to
better
tell
period
You, Cody,
of...
I tried to tell you.
No,
I was
you don't
I
tell
feel
me anything. I'm
I was
killing it.
I was like, I feel like every time I get on here, like we're just drinking beers, and they'll just allow me to drink as much alcohol as I want.
You are 30.
Yeah, I was saying you're a grown man.
29.
What do you mean you guys let me have 15 beers?
You brought 15 beers. I don't know what you want from me. He gets mad when I let him drink. He gets excited when I let him drink 15 beers, but he gets fucking pissed when I won't let him drive afterwards.
Dude, my
I'm a grown ass man.
Cody Hartley
Now
still
you're
won't
a
come
grown-ass
back to
man.
my house for over that shit.
Dude, I've driven Brendyn home drunk so many fucking times. It's not even funny. He's like, I can drive. And then he passes out in your front seat backwards with his fucking face facing the rear end. He's like, I could have made it. No,
Could have.
What the fuck is Bravelake doing?
Is that what you were asking?
Yeah.
What do you mean? We're writing music.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are always writing and never performing.
We have so many songs.
I know.
We have so many songs, but we just don't know how to go about like promoting it the right way. We released Say My Name, and then like it didn't fall short. It's like up there on Spotify, like it's like number 3 or 4. But then like if you release a single and don't promote it well, which like we're trying to figure out the way to promote a song, and that's the hardest thing. Like you can hit up a promotion agency. I'm like, yeah, sure, just gotta pay us $1,200.
You should really do
$1,200 a month, and like maybe you'll make it somewhere. I'm like, okay, well,
You got to get on
Life.
playlists, man.
yeah.
You gotta really do some research on how like TikTok, Instagram, fucking
We suck at
marketing
making
shit
contact,
works.
dude. I'm sorry. I can't be the guy who's just like turns around, like spins in his chair, like, "What's up, guys? This is Brendyn Moxley from fucking Bravelake, fucking blah 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 blah. Watch my vocal take." It's just me like doing a vocal take.
Yeah, but your wannabe
Seriously?
best friend does it every day.
yeah, and he kills, and that's why his
He doesn't
content's so
do
good.
it every day. There's no way.
Okay.
They probably kill
you know
a
like
bunch of-
the number one rule to like being a content creator, which you kind of have to be to do music now,
Yeah,
is that you have to post every day. So while yes, they'd probably not end the studio recording their fucking shorts and reels and shit every day.
so I just fucking duped them. We're not talking. We're talking about a band that's not a band that we know.
Yeah, we're not talking about Young Mods. We're talking about
you duped them.
we're talking about old stagnant.
But it's true. Like if you don't post every day, your whole
I knew
page.
you'd love that one, dude. I knew you'd love that one. It's a terrible joke, but I knew it would get you.
Shut the fuck up.
It's wild because like I was on the phone with Cody Hartley.
You covering
and
your
him.
beer because you're worried about getting drunk?
I would love it if you drugged me. If I'm being honest with you, no, free.
That was a
But,
booger.
But I was talking with Cody Hartley and stuff like that, and like he was going on about me, like about everything that we just talked about, and he's like, it's ridiculous. He's like, I got into music to make music, but I because of that, I had to learn how to make content, edit. I'll just 24/7 post, and he's like, because the world we live in now, like you have to post multiple reels a day, no matter who you are, no matter how big you are, to stay relevant.
Fake reaction videos.
Yeah, even like I'm saying, it could be the dumbest of the dumb, and you might feel dumb doing it, but it's what works anymore, and unfortunately, it's what you have to do.
Oh no, I'm not playing. So he was showing me this dude who wanted to show how a song goes viral, right? And he literally was like, it sent me on a whole rabbit hole of like different videos like that. But like fake reaction videos are like through the roof. Like a lot of people, like they'll release a song, right? And then they'll have like, because you know how on TikTok, they'll fucking like a band or an artist will promote the same song on TikTok for like 9 months.
Yeah.
It's like a standard trope nowadays.
Oliver.
Hmm?
The Oliver with a bowl cut.
Oliver Tree.
Oliver Tree.
But like, so what they'll do is when they release those snippets, they'll then start just editing different like reactors and shit to reacting to the song and just post them. So people be like, oh shit, I know that person, what they were reacting to. They'll stop for Drewski. They'll stop for Kai Cenat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they'll stop for this random hot girl. You know what I mean? And it's just them promoting the music for them. Like a lot of people will take like thirst traps from like people, screen record them, mute all of the shit, and then put their songs over it so that people be like, oh, look at this hot girl just dancing to our music. And it drives like people to the song.
Dude,
Gabe Beckinsale, Kubla Khan.
What?
Gabe Beckinsale was dancing to Kubla Khan's music.
Like actually? Or
Yeah.
was it clipped over?
No, it was
Nice.
legit.
No shit.
Nice.
Yeah, she went down
Send
like
me that
a
link later. I want to use it.
deal.
Dude, it's wild because like I was talking to Brendyn and I was like, I'm pretty sure if I'm gonna advertise myself, because like I posted the song of like that me and Timmy and Almond did, and it comes out the 22nd. Anyways,
November 22nd.
November 22nd. Anyways, but
What's it called?
it's a cover of the bar song by Shabuzi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It turned out pretty good. But I posted it and I was only getting like 80 to 100 views on my story. But then if I post a picture of myself before, hundreds. hundreds, and that's not like an ego thing. It's just like people want to see me, and they'll click on that image, and then after that, if I post my song, now all of a sudden it's got hundreds and hundreds of views, and it's just wild to me because I'm like, I have to be a thirst trap just to get people to fucking look at my shit.
Yeah, dude, you got to get hot.
I'm so fucking sexy.
That's the truth. That's honest to God. Like, I'm not even joking right now. Like that's a thing that a lot of people struggle to reconcile with in music. Is that how you look matters?
It absolutely matters.
It sucks. You know what I mean? It shouldn't. Like, you
For
should
you,
be
it
able to
absolutely
make
would.
great music and it shouldn't matter how you look. But unfortunately, and it's not like a cabal, it's just what people want. Like, people subscribe to attractive people doing things.
It's 100%.
Well, you don't even have to be like the stereotypical version of attractive. Like, if you just lean into whatever, like if you're a big fucking Jelly Roll, perfect example.
Yeah.
Fucking
He
big
just
extra plug,
leans
dude.
in
Yeah.
to being like,
So
oh, I'm
good.
fat as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Texas.
I literally told Brian, I was like, dude, I'm like, I gotta have an ego and like show him. So I'm like, I'm an attractive guy, so I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking use it. If it works, I'm gonna fucking,
yeah,
I'm gonna
Ego
use
is
it.
not a bad thing.
You gotta have some sort of an ego. You can't be too overboard.
Okay,
with it.
it's not a bad thing.
It depends
but
on if
once
you're-
you go overboard with ego, that's when girls start
I
talking
think that
about
we
you.
first need to start with the fact that I think in order to address that, I would first have to start with the fact that I don't like how you're using the word ego.
What do you mean?
Because there's a difference between
Self-confidence and ego.
between like your level of confidence and your overall ego.
Okay,
like
I erased what I said with ego. I replaced it with self-confidence.
Like, your ego is more complicated than just how you feel in a moment. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you can have an ego, and like everyone has an ego.
unless they've experienced ego death, which they
That's
still
just
have an ego.
rough, dude.
Which they still have an ego. It's just different.
it is
Pretty
rough.
sure I definitely experienced that. For sure, definitely experienced that. But look, ego. Okay, so an ego is just like
You would know.
I don't think you know yet. You've only done shrooms a couple times.
I've
You know?
never experienced it, and I've done hallucinogens 1,000 times.
Dude, 2 tabs of acid and a fucking couple of Coke blunts, man. I'll send you over, dude. No,
I don't think it took drugs for me to experience ego death. I think it's okay. Well, hold on. So ego, like normal people should have an ego because like ego is technically just having self-confidence.
Ego is
But
just
once
your
it goes-
awareness of self. So it's a little
Self-confidence.
bit more complicated than just, how
Overly
you feel about
self-confident.
you in a moment. Like, it literally, ego refers to your entire awareness of self.
I wish I was super egotistic. I wish I was in this room right now just thinking that I'm better than everybody. Because I don't know. I feel like I feel like I would need that. If like I feel like that would be dope.
But here's the thing: if
To
you were
feel
like
that-
that, you would walk into every situation with a just obnoxious amount of like self-confidence about that situation, and everyone in the
Full-blown
room would
Kanye.
just be like, "Who is this person?"
me.
no,
But that's
I actually am envious of that, though. I wish I could start doing something and be like,
dude, it happens
This is
like
cool.
to me.
I'm good at this.
It'll literally, someone can be like, "Hey, we're gonna go and do a triathlon," and I'd be like, "I could never fucking do that" in my head, and then I'll just tell people, I'm like, I'll join you, and it'll be like up to the 5 minutes before I get there. I'm like, I'm gonna be better than every fucking person here. I can tell you that right
like,
now.
listen, I
And
didn't
then I'm
train at
out there
all. I
just
smoked
dying.
7 cigarettes on the way here. And
Me.
I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with you guys. I'm gonna dust you in this marathon.
Dude, we went.
I did that for the Spartan race.
Dude, we went backpacking.
I
of
did
course
that.
you did.
Dude, okay, it was me, Cole, our guitarist, my cousin Gavin, and Aaron. We all went to Pennsylvania for a Spartan race, and Cole and Gavin were making fun of me because they trained for like 4 months the whole time, and I was partying my ass off, fucking drinking beer, smoking ciggies, and like the whole time we slept in the hotel, and then we walked up, and then like we were all wearing spandex, like spandex shirts, spandex shorts, and I was walking up smoking.
Hold on, I was just making sure he was gonna do it right.
I saw in I didn't see it. There's other arms.
I swear, I saw the top of the can. I was like, he gonna fuck up immediately.
No, but we were walking up to the Spartan race, and like these people were fucking benching like logs on the ground because it was competition. I was just like walking through smoking a cigarette. It was just normal to me. I was like, and like Gavin and Cole, they were like, dude, you're gonna die on this fucking race. I was like, okay, beer down. Nigga.
It's my first time.
Hey, Kendrick said you couldn't say that anymore.
He's Sicilian. But
Fucking
no, we were
Guinea.
walking through. I was smoking a cigarette, and they were just like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I smoked like 2 cigarettes before, and then once we got into like, it was a giant like fucking gang of people at the start line, and this fucking Amish dude walks up next to us, bowl cut, full blown Amish outfit. Like he just got done lifting a fucking barn with like 30 other Amish people, and like he just chills there, fucking black boots, like the most typical black boots of all time. And like shiny, but dirty. But like it turned like they said go, and we didn't see him again. He fucking disappeared.
He's just gone.
Pants, suspenders, gone. We never saw him again. Fucking bowl cut blown in the wind. And I'm fucking running through, and Aaron blacks out, falls. dude, like within like not even a half mile, he's running up, gone. Like, we lost Aaron. And I'm just like, oh, and like we all turn around and we help Aaron. Gavin's gone. I eventually catch up with Gavin. And we go through this mud pit, jump like an inverted wall. I help like a girl and her husband up. Like, you have to like push their butts up, and then like it's just an awkward thing, but you're dying the whole time, so it's normal. So like we got everybody over, and then Cole, we go up, and then Cole falls down face first down technically a mountain, and I'm fine. I went neck and neck with Gavin. I fucking tied. I was fine.
As far as like your group, you like tied for first.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my biggest.
Amazing. Just 3 other people have been trading for this for 6 months. You're gonna die here today, and you're just like smoking cigarettes at the finish line. Like, what happened to you guys? We've been waiting for you for 20 minutes.
That legit happened. I was just like, you guys are talking too much shit. Dude, I was like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I think I'm just like, I don't want to be like, I'm built different. I don't know. I mean, I just won't let myself be like, you're gonna be a pussy if you fucking.
Have you considered that maybe you had like
an eagle,
a melanin benefit?
The extra muscle. I have half the extra muscle.
I'm sorry. You said you and your cousin were the ones who were finished first, right?
Well, he was white.
I listen.
That's why he
I'm
won.
not implying that had anything to do with it. I'm just making sure I understood the details of the story.
My white cousin.
Did you finish before him, or you guys finished at the same time?
At the same time, and I was like, after you, big dog. We made it together.
Couple ropes of friendship. I think my
shoot
biggest
shoot a couple ropes of friendship across my buddy's back.
I think my biggest ego killer for me, like when I like we talked about like how I'm gonna have an ego coming up
you
to
bought
the
a
event.
mirror?
No. Well, we went backpacking to West Virginia, and we went this trail called the North South Loop, and it was me, Aaron, Brendyn, Cole, and Cody. And Hartley. We went.
I presume because the other one's here. You fucking idiot.
I have seven Codys in my life.
You have Codys. I have Dylan's, dude.
But it was 22 miles, and it was like 2,500 elevation. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill it. I did not.
You brought 5 packs of cigarettes.
I was ready. We fucking hiked in the first night we got there. We hiked in only 2 miles, set up camp, did our shit. I was like, oh, I'm doing amazing. And then the second day happened, and I wanted to kill every person on that goddamn trip, and it was my fault. I was fucking dying.
You're just upset that you agreed to do it.
I'm over there, dude. I'm over there. Fucking. We camp for the next night. And like we're at a waterfall or whatever. Everyone else set in camp. I'm pouting like a bitch. I'm on a fucking little hill, putting up my hammock. I'm like,
just mad at you,
dude. I am. I'm just like, I could have done it better, but here I'm still smoking, fucking pulling out my 3rd pack of cigarettes. I'm like, I don't know why I'm not doing good. But the last day, dude. When you talk about a guy that's struggling, we did the very last is just 1,000-foot incline of just steady, just like this for miles. And dude, we're like probably an hour before, and I almost died. Like, and to me mentally, I was like, I'm gonna need help out of here. It was the biggest ego killer ever. I thought I was gonna do so good compared to everybody else. I was the fucking worst one. Yep. Dude, it was horrible, fucking horrible. But I will tell you this. The first night we stayed there, because the second night we slept next to a waterfall, which was awesome. But the first night, you could never experience this amount of quietness and blackness, in your whole life.
It was awful.
It was horrendous. It was like being in like those white rooms they talk about, they put like prisoners in, and like there's no sound, there's nothing, they just hear their heartbeat and they go insane. It's like that, but pitch black. Like there wasn't a bug, there wasn't a bird, there wasn't a fucking a squirrel, there was nothing, and it was just. I mean, you literally heard your
eerie silence,
dude. It was wild.
I was the last one awake. You piece of shit.
Oh, dude, we went to bed, and everyone was putting stuff on.
I'm the only one in the tent. Everybody's in hammocks, and I'm the only dude on the ground. The bear walks through, just like hits their hammock. It's like, oh, that must just be a tree or something. And they run into something and like fucking rip open. Fucking platter.
Yeah, you're basically like one of those like Cliff Bars for
they're
a bear
burritos.
point,
I'm just like in a fucking open fajita.
No. Like you're basically like a Cliff Bar for this bear, because all he has to do is peel open the label and there's a snack right there.
Dude, we prepped for these
you
bears.
Are a snack daddy.
We prepped for these bears hard, like and mentally. Cody brought a bear, like with as far as bringing shit, not good. But Cody Hartley brought a bear bell, which was his deterrent.
I was like, you got the safety on that thing, right?
Hold on.
A fucking bear
bell. And it's just
A bear bell?
it sounds like Christmas.
Go away, bear!
Dude,
Santa's coming.
so everybody else brought guns, but we're walking through. So
Cody's like, I don't need a gun. I got a bell,
got
dude.
a bear bell, dude.
Fucking Aaron, dude.
No one's seen a bear. No one heard anything and stuff like that until the last day. So we're like fucking hiking through this part, and all of a sudden we get the strongest smell of piss, like the strongest smell. And we're like, that's bear piss. Like,
Obviously.
So everyone's ready. I mean, it's the
Only
only
a
animal.
bear could piss this strong.
Only a bear could piss this much and this strong. But like, so like, we're like, hey, Aaron, do you have your gun? He's like, yeah, I got my gun ready, just in case, and shit like that. So, because we found out it's actually a bear sanctuary where we were at. We didn't know
if
that.
you killed a bear, you'd go to jail.
We found that a day before we went, and we were like, oh, they just live there happily, and there's a lot. So, but we're just going through. Get out of that little area. And I was like, thank God, Aaron, you had your gun on you. He's like, yeah, but it's not loaded. Like the whole fucking time he's been walking with this gun, never had a bullet in it. I was like, what were you going to fucking do? Just pull it out and point it? Like, what the fuck, dude?
In my head, I was thinking, I was like,
Pistol whip a bear?
Dude, I was like, I would be the first one to get fucking mauled. And I'd be like, somebody shoot him. And then I would pull line, like, hold on. Start loading. I'd be like, ah. Stare at
Gun
him. I'd be like, are you
safety.
kidding me?
Wait a minute. Fucking dude, horrible time. But it was also amazing.
That's a little bit too safe with a gun. You're like, I got to put the fucking bullets in after I see a bear. No, sir.
It's fucking charging. You're like, hang on.
I'm bringing a switch, dude. I'm going through 30 rounds in 20 seconds. Let's
But
go.
that was why. It was an amazing time, and it was probably one of the most beautiful forests you could ever see. It was like
was this
something.
at?
It was West Virginia, but this area that we were in, dude, it literally looked like something out of Lord of the Rings.
We know.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, the town we drove through, we were like,
West Virginia's the worst state.
Oh, I fucking love it.
It's the worst state.
no, dude, we were
It's so
okay. We
bad,
were
it's
at like
great.
the peak of
Like-
the mountain when like no one's there.
Someone in West
And
Virginia just
every
turned this
Ford
podcast
Ranger,
off.
there's only Ford Rangers up there, and they're all doing 80, and it's all curvy fucking roads. But you hear when he said silence, dude. I tried to go to sleep. He was like, "Hey man," just heard Aaron start to snore. Cole was out. Cody was out. Cody was like, "Hey man, I think I downloaded this book." I'm just like of horror stories. And I was just like, oh, dope.
That's a great time. Let's just stay exactly where people die and talk about people
Brendyn's
dying.
scared of the dark, which is the best part. Like he's and
really?
it's
Terrified.
yeah, and we're just like I said, and I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna put some music on. I just put on this fucking horror story, and he's right next to me, so he's just laying there.
No, but it's helping me go to sleep. And then it turns off. And he's asleep. And I'm just like, okay. And it's just like, that's what you hear. What you hear, that quietness without the shh, that do nothing. I've never heard quietness that much in my life. And I was just like, well, I should probably like either jerk off.
to not even hear a cricket is
There's
wild.
some ropes on my friend's
That
back.
is eerie though, to not even hear like the squirrels or the
Nothing.
insects or anything.
We've seen
Just
two
nothing.
animals
dude.
in 22 miles, and that was a salamander. Both were salamanders. That was both of them. It was, and then we randomly came across them, and like there was no, like I said, to not even hear a cricket is fucking wild. And we're in the middle of the forest. We're miles in.
You
And-
just have to assume it's haunted at that point.
Oh, dude, I was like, I'm gonna get butt fucked by a ghost for sure, dude. But not as bad as Brendyn and the bear. No.
Dude, a bear shows up and Brandon's like, I can finally go to fucking sleep. Thank
God,
God.
dude. Thank God.
Nigga, help me. Everybody's just like, listen to scary stories. I'm like, fuck.
Do you remember when we were in Columbus right after I found out I had cancer and I was on mushrooms and fucking acid and an edible, and then you just put FaceTime in my face and there was Cody, who
Yeah.
I had never actually talked to other than that one time I forgot I talked to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my old apartment. Yeah.
I felt so bad about
I
that.
literally-
Dude. I literally messaged him the next day. I was like, dude, I'm not that rude, bro. I was just on so many drugs.
I literally
So
called you
Cody
out.
was
I was
fine.
like, how are you right now? You're like, I'm fucked up. And I was like, here. I handed the phone back to Brendyn. And I was like, why would you do that to him?
Was that the fucking hotel
It was
you
in
guys
that,
were
that,
at?
that fucking closet we stayed at.
Yeah. Holy shit.
With the Murphy bed
I
that
forgot
wouldn't go
all
up.
about that.
Dude, Alyssa did not.
Dude, that whole night I went to that small. It was a closet of a hotel. I was just like,
It was so
cool.
small.
So I just leaned on the wall. We chilled for like 2 or 3 hours, and I made them watch live performances of bands. And they were like, Jay's like, I can't believe you're into
You
this.
understand,
Watching
like,
this
we
shit.
got fucked up, and we were like, we should summon Moxley, basically like a court jester. And I went to send him a lift, but I accidentally sent the lift to me instead of him, so I had to cancel that lift. And to do that, I had to, like, the dude texted me like, I'm outside, and then I just texted him back. I was like, hey man, I fucked up, canceled the ride, and I was like, you can go. and then I sent him the lift. He comes over and he gets fucking wasted, right? And so he gets sad Brendyn wasted. And then
Wait, what I say that was sad? Go on.
you don't want to talk about it here. He gets sad Brendyn wasted, and then he just fucks Alyssa's vibe. And then as soon as he does that, he goes, "You guys ever heard of Woodstock '99?" And then he just starts telling us terrible stories
dude.
from Woodstock and showing
Hell
us
yeah.
performances and stuff. And that's around the time he called you. And he just hands me the phone, and I'm like,
Dude, he's so fucking bad at doing that. I'll literally call him and then someone else will answer. And I'm like,
I'm
hello?
literally on 2 hits of acid and 3.5 grams of mushrooms, 4 edible gummies, and like a beer and a half with him. And this dude's handing me phones for people I don't even remember ever talking to.
Dude, your eyes were gone. No
You went to
people left, dude.
WrestleMania. I had to be the worst come down.
We didn't go to WrestleMania. We went to SmackDown.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why we were in town. We went and saw Sullivan King on Thursday night, and then we went to SmackDown on Friday night. So on Friday night when we got back, because I took a hit of acid before we got in the Uber to the thing. So when we got back, I took more acid, took some mushrooms, and then took some edibles. And then he came over and hell ensued.
Dude, Brendyn, dude, I don't know if you ever smoked. I don't know if you ever got high with Brendyn, but it's a super rare occasion anymore. So,
I've tried so many times.
so I smoked weed with Brendyn. And
Speaking
it's
of which, can you do me a quick favor? Can you put this on a Type-C charger? Is there one around? Okay.
So Brendyn has probably one of my favorite high stories, and that was when it was just weed, dude. So we're at his apartment in Marysville, and we take a couple hits and shit like that. Go ahead.
Well, that doesn't make sense because you told me the last time you smoked is when you had that bad K2 experience at your friend's house as a teenager.
No, you definitely smoked with me since then.
That's what you told
I
me.
definitely
You said
said
you
I
hadn't smoked since
smoked a
then.
couple times after that.
You said you hadn't smoked since then.
I might have lied.
If you ever do,
Whoopsie.
You're gonna smoke tonight, bitch.
if you ever do psychedelics with Brendyn, it's the same thing as smoking weed with him. And it's so funny because he will describe to you what he's feeling, what he's going through the moment it happens. So like he took just a couple hits of my blunt, but he took a couple hits of just a couple, and he starts going through. He's like, I feel it in my lungs. I'm like, yeah, and he's like, I feel it in my head, in my eyes, and I'm just like, yeah, you're doing great. And he just starts fucking just
Doing great.
gone, just weed, and he's just space, dude. Like he's fucking took 12 brownies and just chilled. But like he'll just like it's just so funny. And same thing with mushrooms. Like when we did mushrooms, and it's not a bad idea because like he's just announcing it to make sure that everyone else is feeling the same way. But for him just to describe every minute detail of what the fuck he's going through is the funniest fucking thing.
Just narrating his own experience.
To the T. And but I will say this, for a guy who does not do anything but drink, when he did shrooms, I was a little bit like on the edge. I was like, he's either gonna do really good or it's gonna be a fucking horrible time.
He was a fucking helicopter parent.
Dude,
I'm always
killed.
so afraid when I start doing hallucinogens with people. Like the first time,
you don't know how they're gonna act.
the first time that Alyssa and I did acid together, I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, bruh, like this could go so bad for you. And if it does, I'm going to feel so bad.
But it's because you've seen it go bad. And
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I've
fucking
been there.
bad.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
We actually cured her retardation. That's not okay, bro.
But no, like when we, like the first time she ever did acid with us or with me, like we were at our house or I think we were still in Middletown at the time.
Were you guys in love?
I love her, dude. I love her.
Yeah, I love my girlfriend.
Were you guys in love yet?
You love your girlfriend? What a bitch, dude. What a fucking bitch.
gay,
What a
dude.
fucking pussy.
I bet you kiss her when you see her too, don't you? You
Dude,
fucking queer.
This pussy likes a girl.
What, you got cooties, you fucking weirdo?
You fucking guinea. You
You fucking chud. No,
Chud just sounds like worse than an Estonian homeless woman.
My boss called me Chody.
it would apply to an Estonian homeless woman if you really wanted it to.
With a baby.
That would be a chud. But like if you say it mean, then it becomes a slur. Which it's kind of like the word Jew.
But if you say it mean with a smile, they'll never know.
But Jews call each other Jews.
Exactly.
Wait, did I say that wrong? Is that offensive?
No, Jews do call each other Jews. But,
Okay, so that you can call them Jews.
this is
Jewish people call each other
This is
Jews.
the dichotomy of the word Jew. Depending on how you say the word Jew, I was trying to explain this to Banks and David, and they got nervous. Depending on how you say the word Jew, it is either just a description of a person, or it's the most terrible thing you can say about that person.
I think just
and
being
it
a
all
Jew
just
is.
depends on the
No, I'm
tone.
Hold up, time out. Hey, Banks and David, fuck y'all, I'm not bird chested.
Yeah, Yes, you are.
Shut up, Cody.
Yes, you are.
Help me. Help me out right now.
You know those like little lawn ornaments of the crane that like moves in the wind?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You might as well just walk in like this.
I'll start walking up there. Nice to meet you. Oh, this guy's got an ego. No, I just got bird chested.
He's gonna start wearing feathers in his ear.
Dude, nothing grosses me out more than seeing those guys that were
nothing grosses me out than more than his chest as well.
Well, it involves that. So there's
a concave chest. Don't be insecure about concave.
Have you ever
chest.
seen a bird? They don't have concave chests.
Dude.
Wait, what's bird chested then?
Where you have your chest is so little, it literally ribs. Yeah, look at.
Yeah, that's a bird chest. What's a bird chest? That one.
Yeah,
this is a caw.
Like a pigeon.
I ain't got a beak on my chest.
Oh, like a dark pigeon you are.
It's like a dark pigeon.
You're built like one of Mike Tyson's carrier pigeons.
The moment I see those guys that are premature with a dip in their chest, put your shirt back on. Stop being confident. That's just gross as fuck. That's
people can whenever someone is confident enough to just take their shirt off in front of people, it pisses me off.
Yeah,
I'm like, how dare you?
I'm not. That was a rare moment. I just wanted to show you guys my chest.
We get it. You're the hottest dude in the room. Fuck you.
Nope.
Not
one bit. 4 minutes. Hey.
I don't know. Cody's here.
We have the same taste in men.
Hey,
Foreman is 10 times better looking than me.
Foreman's the best looking person in every room he's in.
I'd fuck you.
Hey, Bravelake's gonna start releasing music, but thirst traps with Dylan's face on it.
You should. Just do him reacting.
Is he in the band? Maybe. I never know.
No, Dylan's in the band. He didn't tell him.
Symbol, dude.
He's just showing it. So
I just found this out.
Welcome, bro.
I think this is an offer.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually the third most senior member of Bravelake.
I'm the newbie,
Which
apparently.
Actually is true.
I'm fourth.
If technically I'm in Bravelake, I am the third most senior member because the only two original members of Bravelake left are him and Moxley, or him and Cartley.
Nope.
Cody.
Cole.
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 Was Cole the original
Cole
guitarist?
was technically the original more than Brendyn, because Cole was doing it in high school back before it was the Nameless Tragedy.
No.
Well, I don't consider.
Yeah,
I don't.
that's not the same.
That doesn't count though, because then those are three different bands.
I hijacked
Soon to be fourth. Wait till they get popular. No.
As soon as they get popular, I'm going to steal Cole. He's going to be in our band. We're going to kick Brendyn out.
Hijacked the whole fucking game. Hijacked it.
Are you super excited to just take a less demanding role in a music project for once?
Yeah. If I can be on stage just playing bass, buddy.
Bro, you gotta,
I'll look over to Cody and be like, how's it feel?
Your content.
They're like,
your content should be a beef between the vocalist of Bravelake and the bass player of Apache.
I would fucking love that.
Just
with my whole
shit talk the fuck out of yourself.
Of course you would. It goes with your original plan of just piggybacking off of them.
Love that.
I love that the further this episode goes, the more evident it was that it was not a joke. When honestly, you were like, nah, they put the work in and now I'm going to benefit from it.
Just go ahead and keep doing that. That's a great idea, honestly.
That's fine. It's not really
just Brendyn like calling himself bird-chested, dude.
Just Apache and Bravelake making diss tracks about each other.
Nah, bitch, you're bird-chested. You're bird.
Playing at the same shows, talking shit.
Like a black Mr. Clean.
I bet your mom's a white woman.
Bet Kendrick won't even let you say the N-word.
He does push-ups in a fucking park every day. I don't give a shit. He's got a lot of problems. I don't know where I'm going with this, but
neither do we.
I think I'm a little more centered.
What Kendrick were we talking about?
You want me to take over here?
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
He just push-ups in the park? What a beast. What a 5'1" little beast.
Yeah, he's dude, he is very short. No, okay. I don't care what anybody like probably the best Main Street rapper of all time.
Where did the park push-ups come from?
Dude, Brendyn said. Dude, I believed him right away.
What's he do?
Immediately believed him.
Believed him.
Hey man.
No.
Hey man, don't destroy our set, dude.
I didn't know.
Fat ass fucking bird-chested bitch.
No, dude, I saw a video. He was like every day, and this is what he does.
This is great content.
And then he does push-ups, but like a lot of them. No, I'm not gonna do that. When he gets back up and he does that again. And he gets back down, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Speaking of famous rappers, you know who needs to get looked at a little bit more than what they are? Kevin Gates. That man needs to be checked out a little bit more.
I love that the push-up bit was just an excuse for him to go empty his baby bladder again.
Absolutely.
But anyway, you were
saying he's bird bladdered now.
Yeah, bird bladdered, bitch.
Kevin Gates talking about drinking women's piss and shit like that because he loves her so much. Dude's
wow,
that's wild.
I had a girl at a bar once tell me she was like, I was going to cue some music. She goes, will you cue some Kevin Gates? She was flirting with me heavy. I was like, yeah. She goes, I love him. He's just so nasty. And,
That's how they all are.
and
Every
then
woman.
I was like, okay. And then he's just like, I'll piss on your chest. And I was like, I won't.
Dope.
I will not do
Would.
that. I wouldn't. I don't know, man. I think that would take me out of it sexually. I don't know how you stay in a sexual mindset and a urinating mindset.
I will tell you, I'm not going to mention a name because they're still around, but I know a woman who her fetish,
First and
last. Her fetish, and I found this out while with her, and because it's so wild to me. Like if I date somebody, I'm just like, what's your fetish, and or what's your kink, and then they don't have one, I don't trust you because everyone's got their thing.
I'm listening.
Everyone's got their kink. You know what I mean? If you don't have a kink or a fetish, you're fucking weird to me and you're lying about it. And I think you're into kids. So just tell.
I think you're into kids. So just be honest.
Yeah, just tell me what you're into. So it's like literally a couple years in or whatever. And like I go through her phone because I'm a piece of shit. But so, and I'm just like, I'm like, what's her history like? And then I just start seeing, I'm just like, all this pee shit. And I'm like, wow, well, there we go. So and then I start looking into it more. It's not just pee, it's people who pee themselves. She had a fetish with them having to pee so bad that they literally piss themselves. So here I am being the nice guy, and I'm like, hey, you want me to do that? I'm like, will that get you off? She's like, no. And I'm like, okay, fuck you for one. Like,
let somebody else do it, but you want me to do it?
What's about me being pissing myself? Like shit like that.
You don't want me to pee my pants?
I'm probably be supportive as fuck.
Hey, real quick, I was working with a dude at my last job site, and he's like, and we were just like, we got into like fucking girls apparently, and he was just like, hey, bro, you ever been with your girl one time? Like she was on riding on top, and she just peed. And you just told her to piss. And I'm just like, nope. He was like, oh man, it's like, I'm into that. And I was just like, that's fucking weird, dude. I was like, I can do weird things.
It wouldn't turn me.
I can do
weird things to like vanilla people.
It wouldn't turn me on, but I definitely wouldn't stop.
Here's my thing. Like again, like
I'd be like, yo,
maybe it's just me being a psychopath. But like the minute that I had to focus on like aiming piss with an erection, I'm no longer in sex mode. I'm in piss mode.
Dude,
and I don't know how to like
piss mode.
Like I don't know how to reconcile those two modes. You know what I mean?
I've gone down some wild holes in my life.
I bet you have.
Absolutely. a lot of sadness. A lot of sadness in there.
Dude, imagine fucking girl me like activating piss mode.
Like fucking
she's like, yo, what's up?
Like the speed mode on fucking Crocs. Just fucking I just put my arms behind my back and start pissing.
Dude, there's
what the fuck is that?
Position 1.
Dude, there was this girl I drove home.
Did you pee in her butt?
So this is what I'm about to talk about. So there's this fucking girl that I'm driving home and shit like that. She just needed a ride or whatever. And like, I've known her and I was like, yeah, that's fine. I got you. And she's always had a thing for me. We used to like do shit back in like in high school or whatever. So like I'm driving her home and things. And she brings up, like we're talking sexual, but she brings up that this one dude in the past like fucking pissed in her ass. And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, she must, because she kept saying, she's like, I wasn't into that. And then I was like, yeah, that's gross. And she's like, well, I guess you're not into that. So just go ahead and take me home. I was like, you fucking tested me like that, you piece of shit. I would have pissed in your butt. Why are you doing that to me?
That's a little bit super manipulative.
Absolutely.
Like this dude just pissed in my ass. It was so gross. Yeah, that was gross. You may as well just take me home.
Yeah, absolutely. That's literally how it went.
What?
So
That's
now,
okay, you got to be a special level of crazy to want someone to piss in your ass.
I'm mad at myself now.
Like I fucked up. I fumbled, dude.
Never would have thought.
Nah, speaking of like people on job sites, I used to do traffic safety, and we were working with this pipeline crew in Dayton, and the equipment operator was just the sleaziest human being on planet Earth. Like 3rd Street in Dayton is just full of prostitutes.
My
all the
favorite.
time. And then like every payday, he would like hunt down like 2 of them. Everyone, you'd see him in his Camaro. He just pull up. Honk, honk.
Of course, he has a Camaro.
As soon as his shift's over, yeah. And you would know. You had one of those. And you love hookers. But so one day,
my guy.
So at the time, mind you, I'm working with a gay dude, right?
Did you fuck him?
No. I lived with him for a little while, but we didn't fuck.
You homophobic? Would have fuck him?
You didn't fuck him, you homophobe?
Wow, you didn't fuck your homosexual roommate.
So he looks at me while we're sitting there, and he goes, "Hey man, I don't know to this day I have no idea where this came from. I don't know what the other guys were talking about. But he goes, do you eat your fucking or fuck your eating?" And I was like, I'm sorry, what? He goes, when you're fucking a girl, do you eat her out before or after you come in it? And I was like, before, because I'm not a psychopath. Because it's called foreplay. It's the same word.
I'm eating my fucking. Am I right?
Well,
Right.
he goes, you ain't never ate your own cum out of a girl before? And I was like, no. So he asked the gay dude, he goes, what about you? Do you suck your fucking or fuck your sucking? And he goes, nah, that shit's gross. And the dude got so mad. He was like, dude, you literally suck dick and you're gonna call me gross? And Christian just goes, Christian goes, I don't eat my own cum, you fucking weirdo. I eat my husband's, and just walks away. And I was like, this is the craziest work conversation I've ever been a part of.
Dude,
I'm on the gay dude
But
team.
I think that's what Franz meant when he said suck my fuck.
suck
I
my.
don't think it is.
None of you guys have done
Maybe
that?
not, but
I don't think.
Then what?
None of you guys have accidentally like gone down there or something? Dude, okay, so listen.
no, once
I'll
I
go
come in
down
and I
on
keep my
any-
mouth
at
on
any
the
point.
I'll tell you my story. And fucking.
Hold on a second. What'd you say?
I will go down on my partner at any point.
So after you've eaten, you will both.
I'm
eat
not gonna
your
judge you
fucking
for
answer.
saying
If
yeah.
she's not done, I'm not done either.
Same. Thank
Yeah.
you. Fucking thank you, my boy. You can't quit.
Okay,
I
just
can't
don't wanna
quit.
It's not about eating my cum.
I don't either.
just don't want
It's
to eat
about-
my own cum.
I understand.
And I cum so much.
Mommy, I don't want to eat my own cum.
It's like there's no way around it.
Dude.
There's so much in there.
Dude, I
like
wanna
it's
eat
gonna
my
get
own-
in my mouth, and I don't want that.
Dude, my shit is if I pull out, so just even missionary, if I pull out, I'm gonna still hit you in the face. Like there's so much, it's fucking
there's
wild.
a velocity,
Dude,
there.
it is. It's like goose. Like I mean, my own self, dude, every time I jack off, I'm dodging fucking bullets every time.
How often do you masturbate?
All the time.
I was gonna say, you have a house full of people,
Dude,
so-
I don't give a fuck. Shut the door. No.
I have a bathroom, dude.
Dude, I'm just like, oh, I'll be back. Dude,
I live alone.
I can't. It's actually a problem. If I don't masturbate or like get off a couple times in a day, I'm a problem on the street for people. Like it's
I was at this, we'll say, group function with some friends, right?
Orgy.
No. And we were all real fucked up. And at one point, it was just me and this dude sitting outside, and we were showing each other TikToks of just thirst traps. And like out the corner of my eye, like 2 minutes later, he's just scrolling Pornhub just nonchalantly while we're all talking.
Bricked up.
no.
And then like I just acted like I didn't see it because it's not my business. You know what I mean? And again, this is a function. Like there's 4 of us here. This is a function.
We're in the car together.
He just goes, I gotta use the bathroom. And he gets up, he's gone for like 30 minutes. And he comes back, and you guys know me. I'm not a big shit humor guy. But he goes, oh man, I just had to take a really gross shit. I'm so sorry, guys. And I was just like,
No, you didn't. You fucking Georgia shit.
so bad. I was like, that is not what you were doing.
You were in there stroking.
For one, let's talk about the fact it took him 30 minutes. Because when I get myself off, I can get myself. I know my route. Dude. It's a
If it takes me
mission.
5 minutes because I was taking too long to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's exactly, dude. If I'm ever in there longer, 5 minutes. Like
No, once I find a video that I've decided to commit to, right? Once my hand locks into position 1, it's 3 minutes or less.
absolutely.
Cum shot compilations. Sorry.
I'm an anal compilation guy.
I gotta find cum shot compilations. It's gotta be like a 90 to like 93%.
I'm like, let me see a girl fist herself in the
there,
ass,
dog.
and I'm like, that'll get me hard.
I watch a lot of threesomes.
I could not watch.
Dude, I've had 2 threesomes.
Don't care
both
about
bad.
threesome shit unless it's like a guy and 2 girls and like. I mean, I'm
kind of threesomes do you
oversharing.
think I'm
big
watching?
dog. I had to stop myself.
I mean,
Super
every once in a
oversharing.
while I'll watch an MMF, but most of the time it is 2 Fs and an M.
I've had a threesome both ways, and
I
both,
hope it's
both
2
were
Fs
not
and
good.
So you've had 2 dudes fucking you, and you've had you and another dude fucking another
Into
dude.
it. No.
You're the F.
I had the one dude.
Which one did you like more? Be honest.
The girls, just because that didn't end like the other one did. So I got.
Did you cum on your leg?
Oh, I
Somebody
got-
else's cum on your leg?
So I got picked
Did
up.
you eat someone else's cum out of their pussy, dude?
Love it. So I got picked up at a bar by a couple. It was one of those situations, just stuff like that. And
Well, you gotta go at that point, because how
So-
often does that happen?
exactly.
What's the
so
opposite of a unicorn? Were you the unicorn?
No, he was the unicorn.
I was for yeah.
It's a multi-gender
I
term.
was a unicorn that turned into a bull at
You
this
were a
at this
nigger
fucking.
You was a unicorn. Gorn.
Bro, what did you just say?
I was a guinea corn. Anyway,
Did you just say, hold on, say the first one again.
No, you say it.
Nah.
No, only you say it.
Anyway.
so but anyway, so this it didn't turn. So I'm into rough shit. Like I love choking, slapping. I'll beat the fuck out of you if you want it. Like I'll fist you if that's.
I have
like,
a saying at my house: no one comes till someone bleeds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. So, but that's what I'm into, and it's strictly what I'm into. I would do
Why
not
always say
get
Jason
hard
for once
over
in a
vanilla sensual shit.
I can.
So,
Because, I have feelings.
well, but that's how these guys were. So that's
I like to be held.
Well, I like to be held after. Like, tell me.
Aftercare is important.
It's like curl my hair a little bit. No, tell me I did good.
Call me a good boy.
I want to be a little spoon.
But so we go back to their house, and like things are going like in the way that you'd think it would. We're in the room just chilling, doing our stuff.
Awkward.
And so, but apparently they were not into the stuff that I was. At least he wasn't. So yeah. So
she wanted you to slap her. He didn't want you slapping his wife.
She didn't know I was gonna do it. So yeah. So I'm
Spoiler bitch.
Yeah. So it's
Was that your friend?
Yes.
First and last.
I petted his dog.
Dude,
You were
so-
like, by the way.
He petted his wife.
So I'm doing my thing and stuff like that. It's my turn. So like, and he steps back. So for one, I've been in a situation once prior before this where I was kind of a bull, and but it was more of a video thing. Guy wasn't in the room, kind of ordeal. So this guy's just kind of steps back and lets me take over, and he's just jacking his shit. Whatever, do you?
Jorking
I'm
his
not
shit.
focusing on you at all. But so I start doing my shit, and I'm over there choking her, slapping her, and everything else, and she is loving it. It's her favorite fucking shit. The guy starts fucking getting upset, visibly upset. Start everything else, and she is. so
Got him! I have Lindsay on Snapchat.
she's
gonna hear the podcast,
anyway.
I'll
So,
post it.
but the guy starts pacing,
Posting.
just starts pacing everywhere, and now he's making sure that I'm in his field of view. But he starts getting real fucking frustrated, gets getting real mad, and all of a sudden he grabs my shoulder and he fucking flips me back. He said, "Get the fuck off of her!" And I'm like, "Whoa." I'm like, my bad. So she starts getting up, which, by the way, getting in a fight naked is wild for one.
Your dick's touch?
No, but might as well, dude.
Just
like
slinging
fucking-
around like, hey, yo, hey.
Dude, he like when he grabbed me to get him off, like his back touched his stomach touched my back, and I'm like, yo, like fucking.
Hey, it's too close. It's too close. Bear
Yeah.
skin.
Dude,
Bear
so
skin.
he's
Hey,
like,
on the plus side, he probably, like, if his stomach touched your back and his dick didn't touch your butt, you probably were the most hung person in the room. So that's nice.
it was great. No, so,
You have the
but
biggest dick in the room. Good job.
His stomach touched my back, and I was like,
rips
okay.
me
pretty good.
off of her and stuff like that, and so he ignores me. He's like, get the fuck off of her. From that period
That's
of
how
time,
you know you're fucking his girl too good.
So from that period of time, I no longer exist. They're having a full blown couple fight, and I'm just standing there with my hard dick. Like,
Should've just been jorking your shit, dude.
Just turned on his fucking hostility.
I'm just like squeezing it just to keep some tension because I'm like, maybe we're gonna go back. So
It's like, maybe when they're done, I can go back to what I was doing.
So they
Maybe
start
he's gonna-
arguing. They start arguing. They're like yelling at each other and stuff like that. And like this guy's bringing up all the past stuff, like things that don't even matter anymore. And then he looks over at me. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here." So I'm like, "All right." I fucking start putting clothes on and get in my car, driving, and it because none of this is really settled in yet. I'm like halfway home, and I'm like, that was fucking wild, wasn't it? Like, I've never seen them ever since. And I would love to know how it went.
I just like to know what the next 3 months in
Dude.
your house were like.
The weird one, like my favorite thing that's ever happened to me is the girl I met off of a dating app. And we went, there's a park in Columbus that's got like an Indian head that's next to the Scioto River. And she's like going down on me. And all of a sudden I see a flash. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then I look down and she's recording me, like recording her sucking my dick. And I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, cause you can just not do that. So
You can't just not.
tell me, yeah.
Yeah, you
So-
gotta know what you're doing with
so
that
she
clip.
comes up like that, and and she's like talking to me. She's like, "Hey, so I didn't tell you because most people get weirded out, but I send these to my husband." Wild. So like, oh, like, that's gnarly. So like we do her stuff. I didn't give a fuck. And then it was like a week and a half later, she invites me over to her place, and she's like, "Hey, so would you be willing to do it on camera?" And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. So I'm in there, and like it's like this, like halo lights and everything else and shit like that.
Good
And
production.
she doesn't make content. It was strictly for her husband's buying her a full audio setup just to watch her fuck other dudes. And I was about it. I was like, I didn't know I was a bull until now, but I was like, this is wild, dude. That to me was like one of the craziest things because like she just did it. You know, she didn't fucking ask. She just didn't lean into it. She just did it. And I'm like, what a fucking woman that is.
Did her husband make a lot of money?
I didn't even met him. Like that's what's wild to me is like, it's like I didn't even get to shake his hand.
Never even saw the guy.
Yeah, but like
If he makes a lot of money, it makes sense.
What if she didn't even have a husband? She was just doing it for her.
That, dude,
What if that was part of the
you
cake?
accidentally
It's just
walk,
pretending- That would be hot.
you walk into the wrong room. There's just all these VHS tapes.
just pretending to be married for her own kink.
Dude,
Like
yeah.
Barney off of How I Met Your Mother.
Like, you need a therapist.
Yeah, some of that shit is wild. Dating apps were fucking crazy. If you really think it's just crazy that you can meet up and just do that. Yeah. Brendyn is 30-year-old spitting in the mouth.
Nah, he's been waiting. He's been waiting with this same thread for like an hour.
No, I had to find it like 3 times. Hold on. Now I have to refind it. Great.
God damn it.
Great. Okay. Messages. Okay, I'm not going to read it out loud. So if I stutter, I'm
Oh, you're not.
fucking-
I thought you said I'm not going to read any out loud.
He did
I was
say
like,
that.
Then why the fuck?
He
I'm
absolutely said that.
not going to read it out loud, but
I'm not going to.
I'm just gonna read it in my head while
Just
you guys watch me.
Hey guys, I'm not going to read it out loud, but. Oh shit! You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, so I messaged Jay.
is you being bad at telling stories?
So I say, I'm drunk at OTR. He's like, how the fuck did that happen? LOL. I said, beers. This was like fucking 3 hours later. He's like, obviously, I mean, how the fuck did you end up over in OTR? I was like, I went on a date. He's like, and you got drunk after, or see, again, I'm not gonna read it out loud. And he was like, how is it that you have how is it that you have so many stories and are somehow this bad at telling stories? I was like, yes. We went to
Oh my god.
I said, yes, we went to Alice, but then Motor before that, and then Lucius Q before that. He said, oh, nice. So the date went well. I don't know, mate. He's like, how do you not know? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. Don't think good. Wow, I was drunk as fuck. I was like, I don't know. Don't think good at dating, big dog. And he's like, what do you think went wrong? And I was like, I mean, beer probably, but we were cool the whole time. But I ended up telling her the Tinder story where I spit in a girl's mouth. I felt like she was super cool with it, and she was super cool with it, and we talked about other shit afterwards. And Jay was like, "Why would you tell her that?" I was like, "I don't know, man. We were trauma dumping, and I told her like everything." But she did the same thing except for sexual stuff, I guess. And he's like, well, hey.
As you should.
He's like, well, hey, I'd say you're kind of in, bro. Dodd.
I'm bad at typing.
Did she text you back? I was like, no. And then, yeah, the rest of the story. She did text me back.
She ended up texting you back?
Yeah.
So you guys like still in communication?
No, I ended up not talking to her.
What?
I reversed that shit.
Fucking Uno reverse. You're gonna ghost me now. I ghost you.
I messaged her in the morning. She took like 11 hours to message back. And then she messaged back. And then I was just like, didn't like the response.
What was the response?
She said, fuck.
We're just gonna talk
What if
about-
she said, I think bad at dating?
I think bad at dating, dude.
She pretty much told him that they're
Dating
in two
bad, I
different
think.
spaces. Like they're what two different things in life. And he was like, "I'm gonna leave you on red now, bitch." Like,
no, I wouldn't call her a bitch or nothing like that. But it was Sunday morning. Cody called me. He's like, hey, bro, so how'd it go? I was like, I don't know, man. I told him basically everything of that conversation we had. And then I told him that I sent this. I was like, so do you want to see us? Or I was like, so do you want to see me again? ? Or just approach us as friends? And then she was like, I would like to, what'd she say? I would be open to seeing you again. I am not 100% sure we're on the same track. I am ready for marriage and kids and want a very serious relationship. So I guess I am not sure where you're at in life. I had 100% great date, which doesn't happen often though. And I was just like, in my head, my biggest worry was like, I feel like I fucking turned that date into like a shit show, but apparently, no, I didn't feel
Apparently
bad.
you did a great job.
Yes.
Apparently, that's what I was telling you. Like that sounded like you did a great job. It just sounds like you were very obviously on your Moxley shit, and she's in a different place in life.
Well, she's
Which there's nothing wrong with that. That's not being bad at dating. That's
she's
just,
older than me. And I
How
was
old
like
is she?
definitely into that. She's I'm 29, so she was 5 years older than me. Hot.
34.
I watched you do the math. No.
I'm not good at it.
I was gonna say that fucking but
I
yeah.
wasn't gonna say her age, but you'll say exactly how many years older than she is. It's based on that's just saying her age in a complicated way, you fucking asshole.
How old's your kid?
It's like
76
being
months.
it's like being bisexual or pansexual or What are the other sexual?
Just a little gay.
Just
It's just a little gay.
It's just a little gay.
We should call it Canto
Wait,
XX.
has he ever told you that
We should
story?
call Canto XX.
We can do that on
right
OnlyFans.
now.
We can do that on OnlyFans. Has he ever told you that story
myth.
of why we give him so much shit about that? He came over one day, and my girlfriend's bi. So he's arguing
gay.
that bi doesn't exist. And she's like, what? And he's being very serious. Like, this is an unironic Moxley. And he's like, listen, if you're bi, you're just a little gay. And Alyssa just goes, yeah, that's what being bi is, you fucking idiot. And ever since then, it's just a little gay, dude.
Dude, I love
She was like, "You ever kissed a dude?" I was like, "Yeah, like multiple dudes." Like got pecks on the lips, and like she was just like, "Yeah, that's a little gay." I was like, "I'm not bi. I'm just a little gay." Like, what do you want? I'm straight.
Let me ask you a
Sometimes
question.
I'm just a little gay.
Have you ever kissed a dude with tongue?
No, that's fucking gay.
no. I'll kiss the homies on the cheek, but I won't lick you. No.
I'll kiss the homie goodnight.
I'll kiss all three of you on the mouth
gotta
right
kiss-
now.
you gotta kiss
no
the homie
tongue.
goodnight.
I don't.
Dude, the dude that
I can't do tongue. I can't do tongue, but feel facial hair.
My shoulder's wet.
when we did, so I know Brendyn talked about it last time, but I'm bringing it up again. So it was one of my favorite fucking stories of all time. And that is at Aaron's house with the racist across the street. When that guy,
Oh, yeah.
dude, when that guy fucking sucked on Brendyn's neck for a quick second.
Oh my
What?
god!
He didn't suck, but
dude.
he was,
Hold on, he
it
didn't
was,
tell us that
It
part?
wasn't sucking. It was just open mouth
No,
on
he
his
told,
neck.
He told us he
Did he
kissed
tell
his
us, dude?
neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
he told us that.
dropped
Well, you
on
said
the ground
kissed his
and
neck.
died.
You didn't say sucked on his
Yeah.
neck.
So let me tell you what Brendyn told me last month, and this is obviously almost 2 years ago now. So, but he told you obviously the dude got hostile. So he got charged with some stuff, and I was like, I called him out on it when we're still on the ground, and he was like allegedly, and I was like, spell that. That's what set him off. And by the way, so,
Allegedly, spell it.
yeah, so he got up, shined a light in my face. So I thought he was coming at me, and all I seen is my black superhero, Brendyn, just fucking the silhouette hit dude. But here's what Brendyn decided to tell me now, almost 2 years later. He's like, hey man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think that guy was coming at you at all. I think he just shined the light at you. So
I
Brendyn
just hammered him.
Dude, Brendyn's
I
just
was like, nah.
but dude, yeah, when
Yeah,
that
but he was also racist to you 15 minutes before that, and that was probably the more of a fucking.
He
And he was
wasn't-
also threatening and being hostile for like an hour.
No,
up
he
to
was
that point,
threatening
so.
Aaron's like family. That's my boy. So like, you don't threaten my boy's like side of his property.
dude, there was a
but
gunshot.
he wasn't
like
racist
gunfire.
towards me. He just said racist shit. But like,
But
you like
if you're a person of color you're the only person of color in the area, and the person is saying racist shit.
It's my favorite.
They're saying it to you.
no, okay. If you're a person of color and you hear racist shit,
You gotta
don't-
punch that motherfucker in the face.
No, if you hear racist shit, you don't put a fucking cape on. You just hear what they say and be like, okay, those people are fucking ignorant. That's what people should do. Unless that person looks at you and says racist shit towards me, then that's when I'd be like, that. Okay, that's their problem. That's it. But my friends, if they would just hear racist shit, and I'd be like, it's cool. They'd be like, nah, it ain't cool. I'm like, chill, and I have to fucking break something up. But
I mean, it is like that, I guess, being a
growing-
person of color is like your white friends are more likely to fight over racist shit
Where's
than you
my white
are.
protector?
And growing up where we grew up,
Where are
like,
my white knights?
you knew it.
My white oh, God.
Growing up when we grew up, like, you know, like the problem is like, so like there was a bar that we always go to, and like we
Is this
did.
Brackens?
No, this is Woodstock.
Woodstock,
okay.
And like it was like 10 minutes outside our hometown. And the problem though, like awesome bar, great crowd, but there's always some racism going on because there's a bunch of blue collar boys that think they should be. There's something that they're not. There's some good guys.
Blue collar.
But out of nowhere, they'll just say some shit because they're too comfortable around Brendyn. And I've seen it happen multiple times, and like you never know how to react because I kind of react how Brendyn does. So like if Brendyn starts getting shitty, now I'm gonna start getting shitty. But if someone just says it and Brendyn's like looks at him and is like, "Why'd you say that?" You take a step back and you let him handle it, kind of shit, kind of things like that.
Well, I mean,
But-
and that's kind of how it should be. You know what I mean? Like there's a thin line between defending somebody you care about and white knighting a position that has nothing to do with
it's
you.
not my place.
You know what I mean?
all the time.
Like if we're in a place and somebody's being directly disrespectful to Brendyn, it doesn't matter whether it's a race thing or an anything else thing. You're disrespecting my friend.
Absolutely.
And at that point, I'm going to get defensive. But if it's just like those people that just have to just defend against racism,
Annoying as fuck.
you know, the ones that don't actually hang out with black people.
Hey, by the way, I donated black.
That's
orphans,
different. That's you
so just
inserting
thought I'd
yourself.
let
Like
you
the
know
other
that.
day, And I know that you're on the other side. It doesn't matter. I know how political you can be.
I am neutral. I just hate Kamala Harris. I'm so neutral.
So I have some
Blah,
friends.
blah.
I'm not going to say who they are. Some friends of mine. I'm in a group chat with them, and the girls started talking about how concerned they were after the election, and considering the discussions about women's rights and things of that nature. I totally understand where they're
Take
coming
them away.
Yes, that makes sense. But they bring up race.
But literally they're just going off. Now, typically, if there's an intellectual conversation happening around me, I have to be a part of it. But for this one, I was just like, no.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything. And Alyssa was like, it's weird that you didn't say anything. And I was like, yeah, but that's because when women are talking about how a current situation affects women,
It's not your place.
it's not my, that's when I shut the
Exactly.
fuck up. And I feel it's the same way about like race and stuff like that. It's like if people are discussing racial things, right? It's not my place, who doesn't have any issues with race as far as like receiving racism or anything like that, to be like, well, no, hear this out though, because it's like, it doesn't affect me. Therefore, my experience and my opinion toward it are useless.
Yeah. And like, so when people came at me, I shouldn't say come, but people questioned me and stuff like that. And what no one knows about me is
Because you're a hardcore Trumper.
so what no one knows about me, including you,
No comment. Anyways,
well, you're
Moving
gonna
forward.
find out. So I'm super in the middle, like where my policies and my political opinion does not.
Mine are all over the place.
Yeah, so
I get it.
I don't fit in a category. But when I look at things,
I'm definitely left leaning, but I'm definitely also, I have some very hard right stances.
yeah, exactly. So,
Same.
like, but this is like my opinion on stuff is that like because I posted Trump things
Maybe
and stuff
not
like
same, I
that.
don't know.
Because I posted Trump
know.
things,
I
people.
You want to say the F word with impunity. You're not in my you're not on my camp.
but
I know gay people, and they told me it was wrong. Still kind of want to say it though. It's kind of like the white person who wants to say the N word.
Exactly. And you know about 50% of that experience because you.
if it's your birthday, I'm calling you it. That's my first voicemail.
It feels edgy.
What you were saying.
But so like a lot of people like they look at people who don't know me like when I posted the Trump stuff and stuff like that, they're like, oh, this is this fucking right wing guy. But I'm not. None of my stuff. I had two options, and I had a lady that like with the policy stuff like that was going on, everyone was talking about abortions and stuff. Like I got so upset at some people because what no one was understanding is like if that was going to change, it would have when the same that was going on because she was in there. And I'm not saying like to me it should never have been. And it's not my place, and it's not the government's place to tell you if you can have an abortion or not. It never should have been even in there as a law. Just same with like gay marriage and stuff like that. There's some things that just do not.
There's some things that the government shouldn't have any say in.
I am an 80s liberal would be my closest bet to what I am.
So
and that
you're a
is
racist.
Well, no.
well, hear me out.
Listen, but so like to me, like it's not. The government should have a little influence in your life as possible. They're there to make sure that the country's not getting invaded, that everything's running smooth, and everything's going good
And
along
then
those
everyone
lines.
has an equal amount of rights.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it shouldn't be their job to tell you this and that. But at the same time, I also love guns. I'm pro-choice and stuff like that. So like, and there's a lot of things about me that just don't fall. But because people see my post-Trump shit, I was like, the other option was also horrible. So I picked two horrible options, and I just picked the one that I thought was better than the other after looking at things as a whole. Not single-minded on some certain aspects. Like I said, with the whole abortion thing, do not agree at all. Not one bit. It's like I said, you should be able to do it. Who the fuck am I to tell you what to do? But if you can get an abortion, I should also, and without my decision as a man, because I got kids obviously, so I've been part of this.
30 of them.
I got two. but
Close to 30.
but
It's closer than 30 than 100 is.
it's true. But like in my opinion with like that stuff, like it's just like I said, it's not my place to tell you what you can do, but don't get upset at me when I'm over there trying to tell you. Like, there's a lot of people like when I was telling them, I'm like, I agree with you. They're like, well, why did you post Trump and stuff like that? It's because I'm looking at things as a whole, not because of this.
Stimmy.
Like, what?
You want another stimmy?
I would fucking love another stimmy.
The thing that grossed me out, the thing that really grossed me out after Trump won was that the counter.
Project 2025.
No, that should be countered. That is a terrifying aspect.
I don't think that's
That's
a
not real.
thing.
It's not a
It
real
is
thing.
Definitely a real thing.
The one that got shared everywhere was not the real one. There's
have
always a project.
No. Project 2025 is a real initiative. We've researched it in depth.
Well, I'm gonna lie. I don't agree with everything on there, but there's some really good fucking points on there. Some like not all of them are bad.
No, there was a lot of bad shit to where I was just like, dude, there's no way they would let that be a fucking.
Well, here's
they
the
would
thing.
never let that pass. There's like no way.
We say that because we don't understand the government, right? So we hear there's a 180-day project to basically create a Christian white nationalist nation in which the president has way more power than they should and basically becomes a tyrannical state.
I hate Christian white.
And the way they do it is they go, hey, you guys tired of everything being about black and white and gay and all that stuff? we can get rid of it like this. And then they're like, yeah, I'm anti-woke or whatever. And then they sign up for it. And then it's like, oh no, we're also taking your rights as a consumer.
See, and that's my problem with that's why I don't fall in a line with these policy or any politics, because and that's why I don't even argue with people about stuff, because like I don't agree with anything. I don't agree with anything that anybody's ever put out. If I would, I'm like nothing. There's not been one person who's came up there where I'm like, I'm 100% with you.
If you think you have a good idea for the country, fuck you.
Tim Walz. And I don't care how liberal that makes people say I am. Tim Walz is a fantastic presidential candidate, and I think the DNC should push him against whoever the RNC pushes in 2028.
I was more of a Bernie Sanders and Robert Kennedy guy.
I liked Bernie Sanders, but he was unrealistic. I don't like Robert Kennedy because he's an anti-vaxxer. I do like...
You need a vaccine. You need a little bit. I'm just not... Coronavirus was a little overhyped. But all the other vaccines, like polio, there's a reason why we don't have polio.
Yeah, you need vaccines, and to say that they cause autism is ridiculous.
No, your kid's just retarded.
It's one of the reasons why.
Clip it.
But it's like one of the reasons why I can't listen to Rogan anymore, because he's just gone so far off the deep end in like the alt-right lane of things, and he still calls himself a liberal. It's like, how can you be this person?
He's not a liberal.
Not at all.
Not anymore.
No, Texas
never
changed
been
that,
a
man.
liberal.
No,
No.
he's always said he was a liberal. He said he's fiscally conservative and he's socially democratic, which, honest to God, I would understand. But it's like over the last 2 years, Texas has changed that man. He's off the deep end.
Everyone from Cali fucking went to Texas when all the shit went down.
Yeah, because he did.
Yeah. Which you can't be upset, because that was an amazing move on their part.
No.
Career-wise,
there's a renaissance. There's also a renaissance happening in comedy right now,
Yes.
and it's happening in Texas. Like 50 years from now, when we break down like the history of comedy, right? This current era is going to be talked about as like a second golden age of comedy, and it all started with Joe Rogan moving to fucking Texas.
100%. And then having killed
You
Tony.
say Jordan Jensen,
My wife.
I love that woman.
That's my wife.
You got kids? Step kids? They know each other? Be careful. I fucked my stepbrother once, and it just disappears behind the curtain.
I'd do it again. He was super hot. I was like, oh.
And we knew he grew up in the same house. You guys know who Jordan Jensen is?
She's
absolutely.
awesome.
She's so fucking funny.
Dude, his girlfriend went to go see her.
I'm mad.
And he was like, yeah, I'm not really into her. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
She's just, I love all things comedy, but I have
Jordan
certain
Jensen
types.
is the best woman comedian right now.
No,
I don't
she's
care.
not.
I agree.
I don't care.
No, she's not.
The best
Who would you say?
Dude,
Taylor Tomlinson is up there.
Crowd work?
Nikki Glazer.
No. No.
I'll
Wrong.
fight you over Nikki
Wrong.
Glazer, bro.
No.
You're out of your mind. That woman is a genius.
Who's the hot one with tattoos?
The newest version of her is the best.
There's a hot one with tattoos.
Her newest special is fire.
That's what I'm saying. Her newest version of her is the
thing
best.
that pisses me off about Nikki Glazer is that like she's been a beast for a long time, and she's one of the biggest selling comedians in the world. But when people start talking about like stand-up, this is going to sound so super feminist. When people start talking about stand-up, they forget she exists. She is one of the highest selling she's one of the highest ticket sellers in the world in stand-up for like the last 5 years. But when you start talking about, who are the biggest comedians in the world, no one ever brings her up, and it pisses me off.
And dude, like
Also, she was born in Cincinnati, so I'm a little bit biased.
her fucking her on the
Fuck
roast.
Ghost fuck White Castle.
White Castle's not Cincinnati.
fuck
Skyline Chili.
Skyline Chili. Yeah, that's the one. Fuck them both. It's gross.
You're out of your mind.
It's
Actually,
gross.
Skyline just released.
Skyline's actually really
a
good.
Mac and cheese.
I don't care what he
three-way.
says.
It's fucking meat paste that you just be fucking
It's not
brushing
meat
your
paste.
teeth with, dude. It's gross. You're
You
brushing
brushing
your
your
teeth
teeth
with
with?
your
right.
fucking glizzy toothbrush.
All right, we can pick this conversation up on OnlyFans because I imagine we are.
I have to compete.
Yeah. All right. Well, you could have let me close the episode. Now I have to wait for you to get back to do it.
Close the episode.
No, fucking asshole. That's not how this shit works.
How long has it been?
I don't know.
A little over an hour and a half.
Oh, okay, cool. How long you guys usually do? 2 hours? Hour and a half?
We typically do. We try to keep it under an hour and a half, but if we're doing a good one, we'll go a little bit over. However, the main card starts in 9 minutes, and
Nice.
we
I'm
have
excited.
to switch over and shit. So, let's see. Is there anything we can talk about quick that we didn't go over? We went over your comedy. We went over the new project. We went over the new song you have coming out. We went over the fact that you're teaching me how to scream. We went over the fact that you're a bitch.
Love it.
But also a bull.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you Taurus?
no. I'm a Leo, dude. I'm a Leo. That's all I know, and all I know is I'm supposed to be really cool about that, dude. So the girl that I'm with, her kid's dad, this motherfucker, this piece of shit, this guy sucks in every way, and everybody
You
will
just
back
said
it
that
up.
with your whole chest on a podcast publicly. So
I would
His name's
I would
Austin.
fuck this dude up.
What's his last name?
Call her, not Austin. That's my buddy. I'll call her on. Sorry, Austin. No, what the fuck is his last name?
Piece of shit.
Oh, nope, not Bullock either. I don't remember his last name. I hate this dude. I really fucking hate this dude. Everybody hates this fucking dude. His own dude.
I think you're not very good
When
at
his
hate
own
if you don't know his
He's on the
first and
verge
last
of
name.
diddling his own children. Let's just say that.
What?
Oh,
but-
God.
what I do, but dude, he does weird shit. Like he does weird shit. Like we
put down.
Okay, listen. So I have 2 kids. Okay?
Also, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I got 2 kids. All right, and I might have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old.
You
And
say I might?
no, I mean I might have more, but
I thought you said I might have an 8-year-old and a
No,
6-year-old.
so-
I was like, you might have an 8-year-old? What does that mean?
So I got an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I know growing up, just from these being my first kids, the moment my kids can shower and change by themselves, I no longer need to see you naked. I no longer need to see you naked at all, unless you have something that happens or you need assistance or whatever, because you're still a kid. You need help.
you don't understand
But what
things.
I don't fucking do is go hand wash my 6-year-old daughter, who can make herself a sandwich and change herself and take her own showers by herself like he does, which is fucking weird to me. And then also wipe her ass. Does a school wipe your ass? No. So why are you fucking doing it?
I don't like it.
That's weird to me.
I'm not a parent, so I don't know what constitutes what, and I'm not going to pretend
If you
like I
don't
do.
wipe your ass good
But I
enough,
don't
you
like
teach
it.
them.
That
That's
sounds
what,
pretty weird.
Yeah, exactly. And
If I didn't teach him that well, I'd buy
But
a
then
bidet.
again, that's not fair for me to say because there's aspects of parenthood you have to do that are weird to me.
yeah,
too.
and that's true. 100%.
Like when you're teaching kids to shower, like you shower with them.
No, I do not.
And that's just like
Never
that's
did it.
creepy.
See, she
Never
gets to
once.
shit, you have to shit in front of him.
Nope, you don't have to do that either.
No, it's definitely in books.
Nah, there's just like a level
It's
of
definitely
yeah.
in books.
Both
Yeah.
my kids I've never showered with. Both my kids I've never sat down and was like, look at me take a shit.
Biologically
That's what's
speaking, I'm
wrong
not
with me.
saying that like this is right or wrong, but like biologically speaking, like the way that parents are intended to teach children is 100% by mimic. Like you
absolutely.
do the thing in front of them over and over again until they recognize that as normalization, until it becomes normalized to them, and then that's just where they do that thing. Versus like if you refuse to let your kids see you in the bathroom, right, then it becomes infinitely harder to potty train them.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And also, I think it depends on the
That
kid.
shit is fucking weird to me.
Yeah,
Hey, bro, come here. Watch me pee.
like I said, I think it's all just dependent. Like
Look at my dick.
There's some kids you
Watch
meet.
me pee, but don't you dare make eye contact. Don't be gay about this.
There's
Don't
some
make it
kids
gay
you
to me.
meet and you're just like, I get it. Like you're not going anywhere. Like even at like 5 years old, you can tell pretty much a kid. You're like, you know where you're going in life. You're like, you don't get shit yet. Like you fucking like for example, like I said with my daughter or whatever. I showed her how to shower one time. Never had a problem ever since. Like, and that's not. I didn't even get in there. Like some kids are just like they comprehend things well. I get some kids need help, like a little extra
some
here
kids
and
are
there.
retarded.
Yeah, absolutely. Some kids are retarded. It's just and
That
if
was
you don't
me,
think
dude.
That was me, dude.
That was me,
if
dude.
you don't think your kid's retarded, he's retarded. So you just need to, I'm just saying, all those parents are like, he's a really smart boy. He's not. He's just, your kid's special and you should treat him that way. But make sure he knows he's different.
Yeah, make it weird. But
But
anyway, we're pretty deep into this thing. We can switch over to OnlyFans, I think.
How long have we done this?
It's about an hour 40.
Really?
I don't know.
It felt pretty long.
There's a camera right
But
behind
it
you. that'll
felt
tell you.
natural.
you having a fun time? No.
Oh, yeah. Me?
I guess everybody.
Dylan hasn't shut the fuck up this whole time, honestly.
That's how it be.
Jesus.
You know how it goes.
Shut up, dude.
You know how it is. He only talks when the conversation's stale.
Dude,
Sorry is listening. I don't know why.
I came up here and I was like, so like, can you tell me a little bit about Dylan or whatever? And he was like, yeah, he's quiet, but like he'll talk to you as long as you ask him questions and stuff like that.
He's also the smartest person in every room.
That's exactly
It's
what Brendyn said
fucking
too as well.
obnoxious.
He's
He's annoyingly smart. It's stupid.
he said, he told me, he was like, Dylan's smart as fuck. He said, Jay's smart too as well. Don't get me wrong. It's just that Dylan, which I don't agree with at all.
I'm so dumb.
But yeah, no, that's what Brendyn absolutely called you out saying that you were smart as fuck with shit
He's
like
a
that. So
fucking-
said you were
What a
dope.
piece of shit he is.
I didn't say any of that. I was like, he's ugly and he's stupid.
Because both of those things are
Fucking,
objectively true.
he's a guinea. No.
All right, well, with that,
Hard R.
I think we'll go ahead and switch over. We're going to watch the fights on OnlyFans. Dylan, you got anything else to add?
Not man.
All right, cool. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for having me. Absolutely.
Once again, your song comes out when?
November 22nd with Timmy Nauman.
Okay. And Bravelake will do something eventually,
We
probably.
released a song. It's called Say My Name. Go check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, all the other fucking music platforms. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Bravelake. Bravelake.
All right.
Bravelake.
Where can they find you at?
You can find us on Spotify. It'll be underneath Timmy Nauman. I have Spotify coming up too as well, account getting made. But if you find Timmy Nauman, follow him in general. He's a great artist. But the song's called A Bar Song. It's a cover of Shabuzi, and it's going to be great. It's going to be on Spotify and Apple.
Socials?
Timmy's got a huge dick.
You want to plug your socials?
You can follow me on Instagram at Sam's Cody, and then don't follow me on Facebook because you'll get upset.
Plug your socials? Probably not. Probably the worst idea for you.
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. You guys have been great. We have been great. Y'all have been mid.
I love you.
Shout out to the Bump Yard. Shout out to Foreman Creative. MillSuckPodcast.com. MSP Plus on OnlyFans for some dollars a month.
It's just MS Plus.
Shout out, whatever, dude. Shout out to Ruthless Reaper. Bluetooth. Blue Chew, please sponsor me. Foreman, if you don't mind.
Love you too,
I love you.
as always.